One scaly, one dark mage.
Yeah. That's actually better. I like that better because I always find when I'm in duel, I spend so much value on the other person. That's why I prefer playing solo.
Yeah, it's more chilled. You have to kind of
Yeah,
worry
just do
less.
just do what you want to do.
On Do is a bit like paranoid, like, oh my god, I gotta share like disciples here, and then you roll into captains and a throw, and you're like, oh my dear. And
Now,
then
question,
anyway,
that's right. Zoomed out for me. I
okay,
was going to say,
guys,
do my Zoom commands work?
the game is starting. By the way, be careful. Please, no pinging with the out button, Tank Lord. Just a reminder, because it's
Yeah,
everyone
and
can
no,
see that.
and don't
They
do
can
all
see.
chat.
They can see the pings.
Yeah, they can see
Yeah.
them all. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
They
no
can see
pinging.
pings, and if you do all chat, they can read that as well. So if you do any chatting,
So where do we start?
Gonna
Team
build?
left. Team left. Team west. I mean, nice. Aqua start.
Okay.
They're gonna transition into some sort of assault tank with mutant and the slow tree to share to the
And
slave
look at
guy.
80. Look at ADT's roll.
Iiabos. I'm just going one by one a little bit. Iiabos with Thunderbird start and slaves. With assault
That's
tank
not bad.
as well, and the heli. They have really nice share
Yeah.
units, equal gold.
Yeah,
Heli with the tree.
and
Perfect.
you'll get the slow tree and the DMs off of Pappy.
Not too great for 10, however, they're gonna manage somehow.
Assault tanks will kill 10 with slave block if he builds it right.
It can work.
No dramas, especially with the slow tree.
The helicopter is such a cheat anyway.
ADT's got LAD, mutants, and riders as his start roll. So he's going to push like crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy good. Even for level 5. It's gonna be
I'm a
set
bit
all you need
disappointed.
with mutants to have a fast push.
I'm a bit disappointed that Mave hasn't gone mines, to be honest.
Let's have a look. What did he do? I didn't
Siop
see.
getting destroyed by that hermit.
He rewrote straight
Right.
away. Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Or chieftain also getting destroyed.
Those hermits are killing them. Siop's down. ADT's just going to get fed here like crazy as well. LAD, start, and look, 90 feet into him.
I believe they have predicted that. I think they built this way because they knew if the enemy sends, then ADT is just gonna get fed.
Yeah, that's going to make it
Oh,
even harder for him
Perfect.
to leak.
It's everything he needs. Mutants, and he's gonna be like 9-3 on level 3, 9-5 on level 4. They can start making mutants and just choose them and be ahead anyway. He's gonna have such. What's your bet? What's gonna be ADT's push on level 8? 9-8 or just maybe 9-9?
9, easy.
I bet something safe like 9-8.
He should be 9 by 8.
Probably, most likely 9-9.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
unless he slacks off.
Ymave got a tricky role. Indeed.
Maybe he's got a good push roll as well. Ogres.
Fabi, yeah,
Herb.
he's next. With the ogre start, perfect. I hope he can transition well. That Zudra is gonna slow him down a little bit, but not too much.
Young
You're gonna
Frost
like too
Dragons
many ogres anyway.
almost pointless. I
He's
find
not
building
too
a
bad.
young Frost Dragon is just useless unit for me. I'd rather just wait until I can just drop it and up it to Azura.
He's
And
still
I'd
pretty
rather just
tanky, you know.
mash more ogres or Ferbs for
You can
early.
still use it. It can tank at the
Yeah.
start of the wave and then fall behind, or just.
But look
if
at the
you-
look
if
look
you
at the
put
rest
him
of his
behind
units though.
here,
He doesn't need it to tank. Like with his
You
roll,
don't
he
place
doesn't
it
need
very
to
well, I
tank.
think. But it's still alright. It does the job. It helps the ogres there on the sides, on the left, with the position,
Yeah.
so they don't get
True.
surrounded. I would usually place the Zudrake a little bit further back to the left, so he joins in when there's like a couple of creeps clumped up, but it's still alright. You don't want him to stay too far back, because If any archers come by, yep, we just got sniped.
ADT's 8-1 at the moment, by the way, on push.
Ah, iiabos did a tricky Thunderbird high push. Ah, that's the danger with Thunderbirds.
With that feed.
Oh.
With that feed ADT got on that wave 1, he's just thrown that all into push. He's still cute as well.
Not bad, 8-1. Oh,
yeah, he's going 9-1 or...
How did I not predict that? Oh.
Well, they all leaked on wave 2 to a small sand.
It's crazy.
And Ymave gives them shit.
If Fabi used the same gold for the little frost drake, if he built more ogres with that, he would have held everything pretty much.
And that's what I'm saying. Or he could have gone Furbs and been a stronghold as well. And
just one Furb, yeah, one Furb and then full selling later.
That young frost dragon is the reason why they've got 100 units at their king now and not a carrier.
Yep.
In my opinion.
It's really bad. Even upgraded is so tricky. For level 3, I mean. For level 2, yeah. He holds everything, but... unlucky.
Now they're being forced to use what little crystal they've got up in king as much as they can on wave 2, which means that their push is now going to slow.
And we're seeing a resend, of course, on the other end. iiabos should just about be alright, I think. I think the rest might leak a little bit, by Piano and Fabi.
Even Mark shouldn't, or iiabos shouldn't have leaked to a few bows with the roll he's got on 2. He's tried to push too hard.
The choice you gotta make, like you push,
yeah,
or you just stay 2-0, 3-0 was it, and hold.
And 2's a bit of a tricky one as well because most people don't do the wave 2 send. They do the wave 1 or wave 3. So you kind of risk wave 2 a bit.
You would expect everything, I guess, in this tournament.
We've got one landmine being built by Maeve just for a token landmine in the middle of nowhere.
Where is it put? Oh, at the back.
Yeah.
A tiny one. So that's in the middle. Is that shared or not shared? Jokes.
But it's only, no, it's not shared. It's not past the line. But it's only a small landmine anyway, so even if his leaks get to it, he's going to catch maybe one more thing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And of course they send again because they leak so hard on 2. And if they leak again hard here on 3, they're in a lot of trouble because they're going to be absolutely value screwed early.
Dark Mage buffing the Ogre instead of the Dragon.
That's always bad luck.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
Again.
Even iiabos cannot hold. Oh dear.
But again, if he had gone Furbs, he's holding this. Furbs so strong early game. People don't use them enough.
Yeah, Fabi, with all respect, he probably had to wait with Azul Drake and build him a level 4.
They're so screwed now. Look at that, they've all leaked again, 121 back down to king. This is going to cost them at least 1 hill. And their push is stuffed. While the other team's just pushing like crazy. It's almost game over. This is almost
They could even resend level 4. No, but...
yeah. They could resend 4.
Fabi's gonna leak big.
And probably leak them again on 4 if they wanted to, or they can save and resend 5.
Anything now. They have so many choices. Team East.
ADT's 9-5 on wave 3. 9-5 wave 3.
Any rerolls here anywhere?
No rerolls on Siop or them yet.
And Team East is kind of sorted up to level 12.
Only Maeve's rerolled, but he did like an instant reroll on wave 1, pretty much.
Yeah, he's probably gonna end up full selling the War Chief.
And iiabos has used that one reroll as well, which would have been right at the start.
Pretty tough. I learned the hard way about this with Drake. I used to like it too, like, yeah, you have a Drake for level 3 or whatever. No, it's just...
With this map version, did it get nerfed slightly? Because it doesn't seem to be as strong as it used to be.
No, it's always been weak. But the thing is, like...
I've always found it to be one of the better tanks, especially when you start grouping like 3 or 4 of them.
But it's kind of nothing really. It's too expensive for level 3. It leaves you nothing else for DPS, because it shoots so slowly. And it takes so many shots to kill multiple creeps.
If he wanted to go Azure Dragon, he should have gone up for 5 or 5 into 6, not wave 2 into 3.
Or 4 into 5 rather. For level 5 it's alright.
Yeah, 5 into 6, 5 or 6, you can start doing it. But for 1, 2 and 3 he should have been going Ferbs, Ogres.
More Ogres, because then he's safe for level 6 if he has a little bit more. And now even for level 6 he's gonna be weak.
Imagine if he had spammed Ogres or gone Ferbs, with the amount of leaks that's happened, how fed he would be as well. Like...
Yeah, true. Tank Lords might be having some issues over here, I think.
Tank Lord's lost connection. Tank, you still here in chat?
He's gone, I think.
Tank's been kicked out of Observer.
Yeah, it's okay.
Because he disconnected. He's still in chat, but he's not talking.
They did resend level 4. Look, they did. They did resend.
Yeah, I would have resent as well.
Because now Fabi is just gonna, leak.
Just resend every wave at the moment because they're screwed. You can just keep the pressure on. This is Korean style sending. Once you make them leak, you just keep on sending every wave, no matter what the wave is, and keep pressure on.
It's not Korean.
That's how the Koreans play.
For me, standard play really. I told you what the
well, it's just what I've noticed when I've played with like Forbro or Merlin or those guys. This is how they play.
Well, generally speaking, strat-wise, if there are leaks on level 1, 2 and 3, or at least 2 of the levels from 1, 2 and 3, it may be actually a good idea to send 4. Also considering the enemy's units as well, of course.
Well, they haven't seen the enemy's units yet because every time they've leaked, there's been all of them leaking. So they still don't know there's no information until now.
Yeah, so it's great, and now they have this amazing income.
Now they get information about T-Birds and some Fire Archers, and that's it.
Look at ADT, 66 income already on level 4, and he's just about to start mutants.
9-6. And 9-6 on level 4. So he'll be 9-9 by 8 easy, if not even higher.
Should be 9-9.
Yeah.
I changed my bet. I didn't expect the game to go like that. So much gold everywhere, being spewed around.
Starting mutants now, obviously. Predicted.
And finally Fabi made a Furb. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at him too much, just because he's in trouble, and I like offline, I guess. ADT. Yes.
Yeah, he's made a struggler. How many Fire Archers has he got? 1, 2. He's only got 2 Fire Archers though. Yeah. The rest are just bones. They've made a Furb, but he's only got 2 Fire Archers. Interesting.
I'm gonna see a resend on 6 or 7. 6, probably, because of the Thunderbirds.
He doesn't have anywhere near enough ogres for an ogre start roll, in my opinion. I would have had like twice as many ogres as that easy.
Yeah. If you wanted to cheat somehow.
They just get fed to Sarah later. You feed them to your Sarah later anyway, so they're not lost value. And they're good meat. They're good meat shields. They're good right through just as a delay anyway.
Yeah. That many can be alright, but yeah. A little
For
bit more
30
is
gold.
preferable. Would have been so
For
nice if
30,
you made like the Furb on level 2 with some extra augers. Would have been just so
yeah.
cheesy.
I mean, ogres are 30 gold each. You may as well drop them like they're on sale.
Anyway, yeah.
Like, they're not worth
And
anything.
just
It's
push
like
hard and
Knowles or it's like Knowles or Pee-wees, 10 gold, 15 gold. Just build 100. Who cares? Like,
for levels 1,
like
2,
30,
3, yeah, would never ever heard actually.
yeah. Nah, they're so cheap. You can just spam them.
Notation mark. We're finally
Iiabos,
seeing a sand
yeah,
on the other
Linkz,
hand. They upped
Linkz
some
5.
king.
He's League
Team
5 on
West and
purpose.
then up.
The same.
Yeah, it must have been on purpose. That could come as a surprise.
He hasn't started slaves yet at all. He's only T-birding at the moment.
So Team East saw the king being upped
He needs,
significantly.
he really needs to start slaves purely and simply because he needs to get that slave income to get his value back.
Yeah, true, he hasn't started slaves yet. Oh my gosh, he's being super
No.
safe.
Yeah, but he needs the income.
Yeah.
He
And
needs the
slaves
income
can
from
actually
slaves.
help. Yeah.
He's just got to bite the bullet and start building slaves. Because if he doesn't
trying
get that
to
slave
push.
income soon, look his value. He's 600 undervalued from Pappy.
I believe he made the choice to start slaves and be 9-4, or to delay slaves and push a little extra, go 9-5 and send a tad bigger for level 6. So it's still okay.
Yeah.
He has to start the slaves now though on 7, I believe.
Yeah, if he doesn't start slaves now, then he may as well not build them. Because he's losing so much slave value, like slave gold.
What a great move. Such a surprise, no one expected that. We all thought that they just kept up in king, playing defensive, whoever know, they started saving.
They've got heaps of gold to up their king though. Look at them, they've got 4,000 crystal between them to up their king here. So it doesn't matter, they're fine. What's their king ability? They've got immolation as well, so they eat this. They only need like 15 HP.
Yeah, they'll live. It's just... It's funny because they were saving actually. I think they wanted to send to resend. And now they're forced to upgrade king a little bit late.
Yeah. They've gone 20 HP and a bit of damage, that's all they'll do. They'll hold here with no heals. ADT's control of king is insane. I don't know how he picks out everything. Like you can get like such a big leak, and he's just picking out the units he wants and not missing any. I try to do that, and I flag about 6 units I don't want to aim at.
Yeah, gotta be well focused.
Yeah. When you get so much coming in at once, so it's really hard to focus that, you know, those few little units you want to get.
Oh, it happened to me yesterday. Oh gosh, one woodlock
I-
hiding under like some
82 running out of
gargoyles.
food.
Oh,
Someone forgot to build a
It's a
farm,
massive
now he's
thing.
built one.
ADT.
Fabi just re-rolled. You got Troll Champ, Ranger, Harpy.
That's gonna help him out. Is anyone gonna be sending 10? We might be seeing dual 10 cents here actually now. Let's see.
Well, ADT is not that strong 10. A big send will kill Ymave as well because his Zeus will lose focus. And Siop's not that good 10 either, so I don't know if they come re-roll and try to get better 10 or they come 10 and risk it, I don't know.
No auras, like slow auras or damage auras, just Witch Doctor. No debuffs, armor reduce.
Yeah. None of them are good for 10 at the moment. Well, ADT is 150 value, 150 income on wave 7 and 9-8.
If Fabi rerolls one more time, Fabi, he's gonna be strongest. He needs just one little bit, something else, just a captain or whatever, I don't know, like another aura of some sort or a debuff, and he's gonna be so OP.
Who's that?
Fabi, Teal.
Fabi?
Yeah, because of the fire archers with the throw and the harpies. With the melee.
And the Malaya as well.
Perfect.
He just needs a better tank.
The tank is fine, there's a Drake. But yeah, he needs to reroll.
He's only got one Azure Drake though.
He works.
Tank for after 10 he's gonna need more. For 10 it'd be alright.
I think the logic is iiabos is gonna be right for 12 and 14, so he probably doesn't need the red Drakes for 14 because the 14 is already covered, sort of automatically.
Well, if iiabos starts building slaves, it's covered.
Yep,
now he's building slaves. Mm-hmm. So he started building slaves on wave 8.
That's really late, actually.
That's like four waves too slow, in my opinion.
He still could have had like about 19 come and more slaves.
Building them at least started building them wave 4, if he didn't want to do them early.
Yeah, and wave 4 is the best, I guess. I would have done them on level 4 as well.
Fabi's built so much stuff back. He's got to command attack so many units to get them into fight.
Who is that?
Taking a long time. Fabi, it's taken him a long time just to command attack his units because of where he's placed them at the back.
Oh yeah, that's very key for level 10.
Yeah.
Is he just gonna keep the row, I wonder? He must be rerolling just on 10 maybe. Or even now.
Siop's re-rolled and now he's got Wanderer and Necro and Doomsdays. So
magnificent.
He's a little bit stronger. He's a little bit stronger for 10 now.
He's holding everything actually. Good stuff. I mean, Necros with Sova villains and a tank. All you need. With Necros.
And ADT's trying to decide whether he builds more mutants and riders or whether he rerolls. Because he's like paused himself going,
It's actually a very tricky roll, yeah.
He wants to spam riders for later, but he knows he needs something better for 10.
Yeah, he cannot keep going with his Goddess roll forever.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to re-roll these riders. That's why he's kept this roll so far. I guarantee you that's what he's thinking.
That would certainly be tricky keeping them on.
Now he's spammed Colts and he's re-rolled. He's got Malile and Wyvern and T-Birds. Not a bad roll for 10. He can hold 10 with that.
I actually doubt it. Still no the buffs. If it's a good send, which...
He's got Malile, which is good for 10. He's got Wyverns, which are tanky as well. He reduced his mutants.
Oh, he rewrote. Nice.
Yeah,
oh,
he's got Hades for killing and the mass send, or the imps going out.
Yeah, he's ready.
Riders for some debuffs. He's good now.
Yeah.
He was bad before he rerolled though.
The melee savior. He may need a tree, I wonder, because he still doesn't have enough tanks, probably. The mutants do a good job.
He should be making Ymave and Malile as well for 10 for his Zeus. See if he shares it. I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sharing now. Yeah, bang, there it goes.
He's getting nothing in return.
And he shared him one Witch Doctor as well.
Yeah, 100 code.
Oh.
I mean, he's pretty fed anyway. He's got so much more value than Ymave.
ADT's trying to work out what to do now. Is he going to build some Wyverns or no? He's
No one is
Up
sending
more.
though, by the way.
no one, neither of them sending. No, they're both scared because they're not the best. I wonder if this is going to come down to a big wave 14 send.
Well, Team West haven't seen Siop's Hydras, I mean.
No. Well, I haven't really seen any of Siop's team's roll
Actually.
except for the LOD that ADT had on wave 1.
Yeah,
That's all they've seen.
actually true, yeah.
And Siop ADT slowed down his push. He stayed at 9-8. So I win, you lose. Told you it'd be 9-8.
Oh gosh, he is 9-8.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
told
what
you.
that was my bet. I said
You
that.
changed and went 9-9. You changed and went 9-9.
Oh, there we
It's
go.
9-9 now.
Yeah.
9-9 now. pushing into arena. They've all gone 9-9.
Cause actually, do you not
He's
anticipate the
actually
level?
going.
Six
He's actually
cents?
going 9-10. He's going 9-10 ADT and so Siop here. And iiabos going 9-6. Pappy going 9-8. And Fabi's holding at 9-8. Fabi could have pushed here because he's got good value. He's just re-rolled as well, Fabi, and got Necro and Wandagoo, which is good for 14, Ghost and Ancient Wandagoo.
It's funny how the game is actually sort of turned around now. Fabi has got so much more value than Siop.
Yeah, but Siop's got better push though.
But it's, oh yeah,
Add that push to value instead, and they're pretty much the same value.
550. Yeah, actually. 550.
Yeah, 550 onto that makes it like 6.5. He's pretty much only like a couple of hundred under value.
300 undervalue, actually, yeah.
And that's only because Fabi got
Six.
fed on, I think, 2 or 3 waves by iiabos. When iiabos leaked, like on 5 and 6, I think iiabos leaked and fed Fabi.
Mm-hmm. No, 11
Mechanic.
cents.
Very interesting build that Fabi's doing. Bit unconventional.
Oh gosh, you do what you gotta do when the game gives you tough rolls. We should be seeing a 12 cent, yeah. I think they realized that
12 cent.
Siop is low value.
iiabos. Yeah, they've got to leak Siop to make this work with his Hydras. And the other team's sending as well. They're both sending. So this could be interesting.
Yeah, they don't really have a choice.
Well, yeah, but if they both big leak here and they spend all their crystals in sending and raging, they're not going to have anything to up their kings.
Yep, iiabos doesn't have anything.
So what do they got? The king's not bad on ADT's team. The Dark Presence is sitting at 9.
Honestly though,
Only-
Thunderbirds with a helicopter just melt 12. Completely melted.
Whereas iiabos' team has got no presence started at all.
They'll be fine, I guarantee you. iiabos is gonna eat the whole sand.
You reckon?
When you have Thunderbirds with heli, like your wave actually approaches the enemy wave and pushes it further back. And then
Yeah.
the Thunderbirds just end up just killing all the sands before the rest of the 12 wave has even arrived. Like, it's so OP. Check him out. He's gonna reach the top, the towards the end of the wave. All the way from the back. So much DPS. He invested a lot into a lot of Thunderbirds. How many is that?
The lead archer's now on Fabi. He's rerolled again. He's down to 3 rerolls left.
16 Thunderbirds. Fabi is leaking
And,
though.
he's going Sarah now with Rev EA.
That'd be cool to
Revive
watch.
EA.
I think that he still leaks. Even Papi should leak a little bit maybe. Iiabos should just about hold.
He's going for revived EA, but his EA was just in the wrong position altogether to get a revived EA happening. Like his EA was way too far back.
I don't know why people are so hyped about this suddenly. Elite Archer revive play.
But that's what he's gone for. He's gone for revived EA, and then he's built the EA so far back that the rest of his army's gone in front of the EA and protected it from getting hit anyway. So how's he going to revive it? It makes no sense what he's done. Sacrificed a lot of his army to go into Sarah to revive an EA that he's not going to revive because he didn't place it properly. The iiabos has left the game.
It's actually well placed. It's well placed. Oh gosh, too much DPS.
iiabos has left the game. What's that?
Oh gosh, that's not nice.
I think he's crashed. Well, it's just bad luck, isn't it?
Fabi actually held. I was gonna say the positioning was great, to be honest. Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to him. Wonder if he's on his laptop and he forgot to plug the cord in.
What do we do?
Nothing. You just got to let it play out. I'll see if I can message him and see what happened. Where is he?
Okay, we're getting a rematch.
I'll just send him a message.
Okay, that was a warm-up.
So what happened then? Is that a win to any team, or is that a draw? What happened?
Nothing. It's just a rematch. We're gonna rematch now.
So they.
Yep. Starting again.
So they're doing that as a draw.
Well, I guess it's fairest. It's not like iiabos meant to leave the game by any means.
Yeah.
We know that.
No, I get that. I know in other tournaments though, when that's happened, it's just been bad luck. You have to play 2v3 now. Like that's happened previously.
I guess we're in a different level.
If both teams are happy to... his computer crashed, by the way, iiabos. He just messaged me back. If both teams are happy to rehost, then...
Yeah, true.
That's fine, but like... ADT's team had them absolutely... I think they had them pretty well smashed, in my opinion.
Would still never know.
Mr. Taco messaging me to ask me if that's me commentating with you.
Maybe.
If it sounds like a crazy accent, of course it's me, because everyone says that they can't understand anything I say because I've got a crazy accent. Mind you, I can't understand anything any of you say. So...
Maybe I should put our name up here on the... as a name.
You know, accents are funny, really. You don't really think you've got an accent until you hear somebody else talk. And then you kind of realise your own accent a bit. But mine's not a true Australian accent. Mine's half Australian, half Kiwi. So it's a bit of a mixed accent, which is why it's a bit weird.
I hear so many different accents all the time. I've completely started ignoring that topic. Like, I mean, I don't ignore it. It's just I don't mind anyone's accent, or it doesn't. I don't judge by someone's accent, really.
When I moved over back to New Zealand for work in like 2005 or whatever it was, I think I'd been back in the country for like 2 days before people could no longer pick me as not being a Kiwi. Like the accent just came back like straight away. And my friends used to laugh at me when we used to go out drinking and I'd get drunk. As soon as I'd get drunk, I'd get a Kiwi accent. I'd lose my Australian accent. So it's a bit of a mix. My uncle's the funniest. He's got a Kiwi accent with the English accent because he lives in the UK now. And it's the strangest thing ever.
Yeah, it's a melodic language, the English. By the way, the lobby is up, Gray. You can join.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried to join then, but I clicked on the wrong one. Sorry. Here we go.
I'm gonna go make a brew actually. It's funny, if iiabos actually went for slaves at the start,
Yeah, it would have been a different ball game.
he would have been better off. Like,
If he had gone slaves earlier on, and Fabi had gone ogres or Ferbs early on, it would have been a completely different game altogether.
he would have even
But,
held level 2 and everything, like, oh.
But just the way they
know.
built the roles that they had was so bad.
The information game was insane as well. Like, the lack of information and all the leaks is just...
I can't really comment because I'm not the best player. Like I'm shit, right? But from observing, like how I would have built that role, I think I would have held with spamming ogres or Ferbs and going slaves first with T-birds, rather than going for the massive push which did nothing for him. Just cost him value.
Sorry, I missed what you said. You would rather do what than what?
I'd rather have gone slaves early and got more income and then used that income to do the push if I was iiabos, rather than going for that bigger push which did nothing to help him.
Yeah, absolutely. It's too risky.
Because he was just losing too much value.
Even with slaves, you can afford to actually have a solid push. Because if
slaves,
there's tricks you can use with slaves.
80. Yeah.
You actually, on duo lane, you need 4 slaves to be honest, not 5. 4 slaves to hold level 2 and a few small units at the back to distract. One by one, and then you hold level 2.
If you're worried about slaves holding early, just go 4 or 5 slave masters and then spam, and you'll hold everything for the first 3 waves.
Oh, so
You're not going to leak with slaves with 4 or 5 slave masters.
and then you can always play risky and even push to like 9-2, 9-3.
Yeah.
Super fast anyway.
Easy.
For level 4, and then you have a choice to even push even more once you get the slave income from early game.
Exactly. Use your slave income to do your push.
Yeah.
Like get your slave income going. EAs and peasants on Ymave. I'm not liking SiopBnetRoll very much, to be honest. He's got spirits, I guess. He's got Wolverine and Ferb if he wants to do the Ferb Shaman Link build, which is really strong. You know that build, don't you, Linkz? The spam Wolverines with the Shamans.
Oh no, thank you. I think Siop you're talking about. I think he's gonna transition to like maybe build a Drake, a couple of Woodlocks and reroll. Maybe just leave one Spirit. That's what I would do at least.
iiabos has leaked again and gone, can we start over?
We don't want his PC to crash again. So they're seeing a Ferb and a container holding just from Papiano. So iiabos leaked as well with the hedges. Interesting.
I really want to see if Siop's going to go the Wolverine and Shaman build. Because he'll hold everything with it. It's so strong. You pretty much, you're stuffed on wave 20. But other than that, there's only a couple of waves where it's weak on. The rest of the waves, it just destroys them.
Even level 6.
Have they? Did they send on one? Didn't they? Hermits. That's why they leaked. Yeah, I'd missed the send.
And Team 3 want to do something with their wood. Let's see. They're gonna go 3 or 5 or 6.
Happy's going T-birds and
Fabi
and a spider. Oh no, sorry, Fabi's going T-birds and a spider.
Yeah, to help him with the push.
Pappy's gone spirits.
That's pretty neat.
What's iiabos doing? Trying to read the manual. Trying to work out what's happening.
It's tough with a spider, really, because for level 3 you just need a big spider with something else tiny pretty much to hold everything. Now he's got to save 440 gold.
iiabos been sending Wyverns for 3, by the way.
Right, so how's that
If you've
go?
missed it. Be interesting.
And we're seeing
Wyvern's such a strong unit to send on wave 3.
The chariot as well is pretty good actually. The chariot like lands his first 2-3 shots faster than the wyvern, while the wyvern is moving forward to reach its range.
Siop shifted down to spawn build. He's going Wolverine Shamans. And it's the only reason he would have moved to spawn.
Is he in the channel? He might be in the channel, listening to us.
Yeah, he's listening to me. He's learning. I teach him.
Like how to what Gray says. Yeah. Very risky move. It's gonna be so interesting to watch.
It's such an interesting build to watch, and it's such a strong build if you know what you're doing and you build it properly.
God.
If you don't build it right, you'll get destroyed. This is one of those sort of builds. This is one of those sort of builds that Cobbs was so good at doing.
Let's have a look if it is, because I think Tio is gonna leak here, as well as Red. So let's see if Siop is gonna. No, he's not. The patterns are pretty good on a rage send for level 3.
Siop's leaking big here.
The slaves though hold nice, good job.
He'll hold.
They look deceptively weak, the slave masters. However, they're actually pretty tanky.
They're not. They're really strong early if you get enough of them. But he's not going to carry this 82 though. There's no way because Mave's leaked as well. So that's going to King. They're going to have to up King a little bit.
Yeah, we started doing that in advance. I think anticipated.
We've got 6 attack on their King now, so they'll probably just go some HP or regen. So no dramas.
So they have only seen Team West. Have only seen the Ferb and the container from Papiano.
Yeah.
And now Team East has seen just the slaves of Edity. So she must be going level 7 for Ascend.
The only information they got was slaves on ADT. That's all they've seen. Because the other 2 leaked. So
yeah.
only limited information. Sometimes it's better to do a weaker send early, so you get more information if you only leak one rather than leak 2 or 3.
Yeah, true.
Because you really want the information more than to leak them. You really want to find out what they're building.
True. Unless you have some kind of 9 cents of a sort.
Just do a hermit and 2 bows.
Iiabos' team is saving though, indeed. So let's see what is it gonna be. Save Masters are pretty OP for 6 actually. The weaker on level 7. Despite having fortified armor.
Yeah, but he's got wild boars behind. If he wanted to, he could make a warden. He hasn't started a warden yet, but he could. That'd help him with 6 and 7.
I wonder.
Boars will hold 7 easy. Only 6 is his problem, really. And he's got 6 slave masters, so I don't think it's going to be much of a problem.
He might be tempted to skip warden altogether. Just so he can go more slaves and get more income slave.
He needs a farm though, but he's doing that now, I think. Yeah, he just built a farm. No rerolls yet. No one's rerolled yet on the other side. Happy started building his wyverns.
Fabi. Early on.
Happy's actually not a bad roll for 10, to be quite honest.
Who are you looking at? Sorry, I'm confused.
Papiano.
Oh, Papiano.
Yellow.
Oh.
He's got spirits, and then he's got wyvern and colts and dark priests.
Not enough tanks. It is pretty bad. It is pretty bad actually. Yeah. For 10 is alright-ish.
He'll get the troll champion off of Mark, off of iiabos as well.
No tanks though. No tanks. And the wyverns are not really the greatest DPS. They're just really good with focus. So.
Yeah, but the wyverns will tank on 10.
They would, so yeah. It's gonna be not so bad, yeah. For like...
It doesn't matter whether he gets enough of the DPs. Like he probably need 3 at minimum.
It's tough for push, because he needs to, if he wants to hold sends, he needs to stay like 9-3, 9-4 and stuff.
It's just a shame that ADT's got slaves and we don't get to see how good he is at pushing early. He's sitting at 8-1, it just seems so wrong. Since last game he was sitting at 9-7 at this point.
I think he's actually expecting the 7 cent now. He kind of knows in his mind that it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but they've seen his slaves. They're gonna
come more than all together.
They're actually coming on 6. They've already started sending.
Oh, okay. Surprise. Okay. Oh.
And 6 is his weaker one because he's got the boars. But they wouldn't have known that he's got boars. They didn't see those.
So he
That's just lucky by the...
He had to build a warden. Safe play, bro.
Yeah, he has to build a warden now. He needs 1 gold. He needs to sell a slave and build a warden. Yeah, which is exactly what he's just... Is he listening to our voice channel or what?
Wow.
He literally just did what I said he had to do. It's like as I said it.
Yep.
You sure you've got this stream on delay?
I think so. Let me check.
He's not stream sniping.
Maybe it's the light theory, you know. When you look at something, it's more likely to change its course.
Hey, look, I'm impressed that I suggested something and ADT did it, because if person of his caliber did it and I thought you should have, then I'm doing something right. Just not very often.
Because in this game you cannot really leave empty cups. Because like, you should always consider the what ifs. What ifs.
Yeah. I think they're probably going to be alright. Because Siop holds here easy. Like his roll destroys wave 6.
Okay, that's what I was asking about. Very good to see. They all held on like red HP. Pretty cool to watch.
Mave's leaking, but that's to be expected with EAs on wave 6 against the Sand Raged.
Yeah, maybe he kept that roll for a bit too long. Could have just placed like the Vampire Hour and the Goliath, reroll.
I would have rerolled that, but now I would have spammed Peasants at the start.
Yeah.
Got my auras, made say 3 EAs and rerolled.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have kept it any longer than that. I'll go rid of that roll by wave 4, 5
easy mutant reroll then.
Yeah. Sometimes people do that though. They hold on to rolls for too long.
It already works out. It's a value swap, and it helps ADT because now he can push a little bit faster in a way.
He just built his half breed, and now he's re-rolled. He's got assault tanks, Treants, Carrion, Witch Doctor.
Pretty attractive.
Yeah.
However, it's not still great for 10.
In my opinion, he's got about 8 too many EAs, but you know, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm not that big a fan of EAs. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of EAs. You only need a couple for revive, and they're good for wave 13 and a couple of other waves, but
got really cool.
They're not as good as everybody thinks they are.
Well, they are good if you stay low push and like mask the heck out of them. However, they require so much patience and so much food. And,
so many players they put that much like faith in EAs, like that there's some fantastic unit, and they're not as good as what people think they are. There's much better units out there, especially when you look at how much value he's put into EAs. Like he's got to have what, 1,200 value, 1,300 value in EAs.
It depends how you build them though. Like, and if you roll into something else nice, like some debuffs, like a Villain or the thingy.
In my opinion, to make those EAs useful, he needs to re-roll into Troll Champion, Helicopter, and Ranger to make that many EAs useful. Otherwise, like half of that is just dead value, which you could have used for assault tanks, Carrions, Treants, whatever.
It's still pretty good, bro. If you have one solo villain and one of each harpies doubled, then easy hold actually with what he's got. Or Ascended and solo villain, but Ascended is pretty expensive actually. He's so good.
Keep in mind the only auras he's got is Lifesteal, Half-Breed, and Witch Doctor. He doesn't have Helicopter, he doesn't have Troll Champion. He doesn't have Magna,
no.
Polar.
Yeah,
which are like the three big auras you want for wave 10.
Well, they know all this and they go presents already. They're kind of prepared for level 10.
He's got auras that are kind of useful for your Sarah later on, but not really doing much for you right now.
They generally higher push on the left side. So that's gonna help them out in the long term.
Good income already on Siop and Ymave. 94 is not that bad. Decent push.
So even if the left team kind of leaks a lot, it's gonna be an even game still.
Did you notice? Did ADT full sell that Warden again for 8, or did he keep it?
Oh, I didn't see. I would sell it for level 7 straight away. No regrets.
Yeah.
Just build the Warden for one wave.
I would have built it for 6 and then sold it on 7. Yeah, I didn't check to see if he'd done it though or not.
Me too.
I'm sure he has, but.
I'm just going to get the one. I'll be right back. Information.
Good information for ADT team now. Looking at those with the iiabos only leaker, they've now seen what Fabi and Pappy have in units for 10.
They don't
So
regret seeing the Tuskar over there hanging around.
Yeah. They got good information now as to what they're going to do.
Like, oh, thank God we're not sending 10 versus Tuskars.
And
Well, it
yeah, that
depends.
warden's gone. That warden's gone, by the way. He did get rid of that.
Sweet.
He's sold it.
Oh my dear.
Because warden pretty much after wave 6 is just a useless unit. Unless you've got like 2 or 3 of them. All got them oracled. Then they're kind of useful.
Such a risky play. 4 powers.
Warden's
Upper
one of those-
uppers and a nice throw with a 3.
Warden's one of those funny units. It's good for the first few rolls, first few waves, and then it's good for the waves later, like late game waves. It can be quite handy.
Any melee
But
wave, really.
that whole middle stretch of the game, they're kind of a useless unit.
No, they're great for level 10. They're really good, actually. Nice throws.
Wardens.
Oh, Wardens. Oh, Warden. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
It's good up.
Oh.
It's good up to wave 6. It's good up to wave 6, and then it's
That's
good late game. But from wave 7 to like wave 21, 22, it's useless unit.
Actually, for level 10 it can be good in case, in a very few rare games where like I masked a lot of peasants, I remember. It was like a massive wall covering just the whole corridor, just of peasants. And I had this one warden on the side, in the corner, just marking every boss. The bosses weren't even hitting the warden because of the so many peasants. It was crazy.
That's just really, really good placement.
It was, yeah. And I got like some like Zeus on the side, on the back, I think. It was just such an easy hold. But yeah, it depends, I guess.
I'd like to see them do that again. I reckon that'd be a one in a million, where it's just worked out perfectly for you. Because this game is so random with the way it does things as well. Like you can do the same build for wave 1 with some of these units, and one game it'll hold, and the next game you'll leak 30.
You
and
gotta
it's exactly
be,
the same build.
the positioning needs to be almost pixel perfect sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean you can build the same units in the same position on the map, on your area, exactly the same spots on 2 different games, and you'll leak one game and you'll hold the next game. Like it can be so random with some of these units, especially like sprites. Even with Slave sometimes on wave 1, sometimes it holds, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, true.
Going the 2 Ferbs on dual lane for wave 1, sometimes it holds, sometimes it doesn't.
3 verbs. Let's have a look. Any holders? I don't think so.
Here comes Send and the Rage. There's no way Siop holding that. He's going to get trashed because of that build always gets trashed on 10.
He managed to build ADT a death drag actually, which is pretty useful. And ADT managed to reroll for level 10 to build 2 dark priests and stuff.
He knew he was leaking anyway, so he may as well have buffed up ADT side a bit.
To get him a little bit more gold, yeah, to leak less. Would that really work out though? Because like all the bosses are gonna arrive different times. Should be okay.
No, they're fine. They've got presence and they've got a pretty strong king.
If they cast presence suddenly, then they're gonna kill all these bosses before the rest of the ones even arrive.
He should taunt half of these to where the gap is and push them down faster and leave the other ones at the back.
Maybe to kill them fast with the presence.
Yeah. So they get there while this presence is running. He has taunted these, looks like.
The goal is to have no heals taken, right? Perfect.
This will be one heal if you're lucky, and I don't think it'll even get that. Because their king's almost max king on them.
Sort of close to no heals, really.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It might not even be a heal.
But it will be, yeah.
It'd be one heal because they've got wave. No heal if they had stomp.
Oh. Let's see at level 11 what the value differences are gonna be. We got our first benchmark level. We see an arena send from iiabos.
Siop's 1400 under value. Or sorry, 1000 under value. Really for your lane should be about 53, 54. He's sensing at 4.5. He's 910. But
Yeah,
takes
he come
the
back
leak
in the game.
Goes to push and takes the leak. Fine.
I have no idea what he's doing. I mean, is that even gonna work for like level 12 and stuff? Maybe
yeah,
not
sure.
versus Sens.
I've seen it be quite good, as long as you build it right. But his value is a bit low, so I don't know.
They'll balance it out because if he does what he can,
I think he may have over pushed slightly for this build though. I think he probably should have stayed maybe 9, 8, 9, 9, and
it's
made
fine.
this build a bit stronger.
I mean, in my opinion, it's fine 9-10. Because if he holds without Sens, then that's perfect. If he doesn't hold any Sens, then just he feeds LET. And if that happens, then LET is just gonna be immortal for the rest of the game. So
Yeah.
it's a strat really, leaking. It's actually not ideal to have all your teammates hold. It's best for someone to leak a little bit.
I'm thinking they're probably looking at a 14 cent, do you think? ADT in them, looking at doing a 14 cent.
Yep, it looks like that, doesn't it? But they have no idea what's coming up.
They haven't seen Fabi's slaves, which he's now starting to build.
They're so risky, those 14 cents. Ugh.
As long as the iiabos and Pappy don't leak and show Fabi's slaves in the next couple of waves,
11
that'll
though.
catch them out.
They're doing 11. I think they're realizing. My team missed that. We had to send 11 with my team yesterday on 2 games, but we're too sleepy. 11 is such a good level to send on for income. With rage or without rage, either way.
I wonder if they'll still go 14 though. Go 11, 14 send. Depends on what sort of delay they get.
And information, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it depends if they see the slaves that Fabi just built.
They're
No
almost
one's got
set
spreaders.
with income.
No spreaders. No spreaders this game. Very unusual.
They'll come pretty soon.
Yeah. If Fabi rerolls into spreaders next, he's laughing. Imagine if he rerolled into spreaders and necro or something. Ghost and spreader with slaves. It's just like OP as best combination.
It still works out, doesn't it? I mean, he's got the 2 scars already. They're pretty much.
iiabos is leaking big. iiabos is a big leak, huge leak here by him, like 80 units or something. Gonna hurt. Fabi's holding, of course, so they will see the slaves if they're looking. Pappy's leaked as well.
That's kind of safe then, for iiabos in particular and Pappy. They shouldn't be worried about 14.
It can be so annoying though when you play to hide a unit like slave or spreaders until after arena on 10, and then you build them for 11, and then straight away on 11 your teammate leaks and shows what you've spent 10 waves hiding from the other team.
But then you know that you're safe on level 14 and you're not gonna see a send towards you and lose value by leaking.
Yeah, but if you've got slaves or spreaders and you've hidden them, you really want the other team to send at you on 14 and waste their send, because then it lets you. Now it opens you up. You can go come back at them on 15, 16, 17, and know that they're not sending back at you. Instant rage. It's like you want them to waste all that crystal that they've been spending time saving to send at you on 14 for no reason.
I think that information was advantages to both teams in different ways. iiabos' team knows now They are gonna expect a 16 or a 17 cent.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So what does iiabos' team do then? In that case, they save it.
Reroll. They reroll.
Oh.
Yeah, iiabos rerolls. There he goes. Assault tanks and DMs, Komodos. So he's got tridents, which are good, 16 if he needs a tank. Tridents are good, 16, 24, 18. Spreaders, there's your spreaders on Pappy. He just rolled them.
There we go. Oh, with Messi and Vampire Aura. Oof. Yep, that's gonna be a long game. It's at
such a weird build that Pappy's doing. It's interesting watching how other people build, because when I'm playing games, especially when I play with people that I know and I play with often, I don't watch their builds because I trust that they know what they're doing because I played them so much.
Yeah, that makes life easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, you worry about your own build. Like I don't check your build when I'm playing with you. I know you know what you're doing, and what am I going to check your build for? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I almost just see the row and I'm like, yep, I know what you're doing with these units. All right.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry. So it's interesting actually watching them and how they build and how they structure and place and stuff. What I'm learning by watching this is I didn't realize how bad all these players actually were.
Well, usually the perfect position is only one, so...
I learned that I've given iiabos way too much credit. Just playing.
Oh.
He's a good player.
Yep, I'm aware of his tendencies. He's really solid, like, he almost always holds level 20, no matter what he has, like.
iiabos?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he used to be a lot better, but then he started playing with Fabi a lot, and he's got into some bad habits. Just stirring him up.
Well, look, he's leaking. He's leaking big. 3 units, like a traffic light.
Oh. And look, Maeve's leaking 10. He should just rage quit now and restart the game again. It was about this time, wasn't it?
Oh.
It was wave 12 that iiabos rage quit last game, wasn't it?
Sorry?
It was wave 12 that iiabos rage quit last game, wasn't it?
Yeah. He almost held the wave and then rage quit.
Yeah.
He didn't hold strong enough. It's gonna be a dual level 17 send, it feels like. But I'm more inclined to think that ADT's team will be tempted to send 16.
Yeah, explain something to me for a second. Look at Ymave's build, sorry.
Who? Ymave.
Build.
Yes.
This carrion spitter that he's got sitting in front of his assault tanks, what's the point of that?
To pull the creeps over. To pull the enemy creeps over fast. Otherwise sometimes
the assault tanks will do that anyway, won't they?
They wouldn't.
You don't think?
They have a smaller range. If you click, they have 325 range, so they would proc any creep in that range. While the carrion spitter has got 500 range, so anything in that diameter would just turn towards it like poof. Otherwise,
okay, fair enough.
Otherwise, sometimes during certain, it's random because it's RNG. Sometimes the wave surrounds you, just surpasses you completely and surrounds you completely. Have you seen that happening? Like,
yeah.
It's just so
wraps around you
straight away, like.
Yeah, on solo you really want to get funnel happening on solo lane. Makes life so much easier if you get them funneling into that corner nicely.
There's different ways. You can just put one unit like in the corner, fat unit, or you can just put a smaller unit more in the front and put the rest of the units further back, and they line up. Both work. It depends.
I've noticed early game up until wave 20, this corner build and funneling into the corner is really effective. And after 20, you really want to spend the time moving all your units and spreading them out. Because it seems to be a much stronger build for late game, rather than having this corner funnel.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
absolutely.
that's just me.
Or this, you
You know
don't
what I mean?
even have enough space to funnel your units because there's no space. You like.
Yeah, but having them go pretty much on an angle from wall to wall or something after 20 seems to work a lot better than having them all crushed in a corner and funneling.
It still works.
Seems to be-
Even for 25 it works. Like if you have a lot of DPS stacked behind the corner.
You
and
need
lots of
you'd have
tank
to have a
units on the
lot though,
side. But yeah,
because on
it's
25,
crazy.
if they all shoot off their waves into that corner where all your units are sitting, half your units are dead before you even started the wave.
Usually
You
my
know that
issue
big
when I
wave?
try that is that
Wave
I don't
thing?
have enough space. I run out of space for
Yeah.
DPS and I'm like shit.
Yeah,
Alright.
you should try playing dual lane, buddy. You got a lot more space on solo.
It's really tough on solo. On duo 25 it's easier generally.
Wave 14 when you're trying to spam some T1s so you can sacrifice them to Sarah off 15 or 16, and you've just got nowhere to put down a T1 because your mate underneath you has had exactly the same idea and he's been spamming his T1 as well. Yeah.
I always build on the outside.
I hate dual lanes so much.
I learned to love
Yeah,
it. I don't know.
that's what I've started doing now. If I end up having to be like blue lane or orange lane, I build against the outside wall because I know the player above me is going to build on the corner. So I build the other side, so we're not directly below each other.
Feels pretty VIP. You also don't get the armor ridges under the lane here, under the green line. And you're like, yep, I can be built further back. Haha.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to start building in this back corner or right on the back wall if I'm spamming my T1s.
Wait, let's see what's happening. Ymave is pro leaking over here.
Yeah, because they want to go 16, so I think he's just getting some delays happening.
So both teams are with King ready.
They've got better push. That leak that happened on wave 11 really stopped them sending 14 then. Unfortunate for all these slaves that, I mean, it looks like a cotton plantation happening on Fabi's lane at the moment. There's that many slaves. Abraham Lincoln's rolling around in his grave looking at this shit. Look at how many slaves there are. How much gold do you think he's getting every wave at the moment on all these slaves?
Not much, like 160.
It's gotta be more than that.
He'll be taking more now though. He'll be the
Look how many slave masters he's got alone.
Oh yeah, that's quite plenty actually.
Like 12 slave masters and he just built 3 more.
215. No, can you even have that number? 214. Slave income. Can I even see that? I don't know.
Yep, 16 cents incoming.
Yup, it is incoming.
We knew that was happening.
Yup, read them like a book.
This is why Maeve's pro-leaked the last 2 waves. And no stand from iiabos' team.
Yeah, they clearly won 17.
Yeah. Which as long as they have a carrier here on 16, that'd be great for them because they'll get a big delay, be able to send more for 17, and probably really hurt ADT's team on 17 because they're very limited with siege.
Let's see. Level 16 must go on first. Either way, they'll be sending. Like they just need to live, and they're sending with the rest. I think. Either way. Yeah,
they're just going to survive this send from them.
So iiabos has got a task to hold with the south tanks. How is it gonna look like?
Yeah, but he's only got 2 assault tanks, and he's gone Sarah. So 2 assault tanks is not
Yeah, they're all going
not
Seraphim.
going to help.
Perfect.
And
Good stuff.
Seraphin's so bad for 16.
Well,
In my opinion, it's
it is. The revive is brilliant. Simply. If you can get him to revive 2 units, oof.
yeah. I don't know. Would have been better off just building more assault tanks rather than putting all that value into his Sarah and then building Sarah for 17. In my opinion, but anyway.
Well, look, with level 2 Archmage, he's gonna end up
Which-
reviving a 2 Scar and maybe 2 Slave Masters.
Everyone does things different, I guess. Priests now coming out for Fabi, starting to spam priests. The back. He's got level 3 Archmage. No, level 3, level 2. Level 2.
So only iiabos should hold a little bit.
That's a big send coming at him. That's a huge send, actually. This would be really... I'll be surprised if they hold this.
Yeah, they had early high push. Early high push, yeah. ADT's team for like level 11. From level 11 onwards, oof, so much to save.
All that level 10 Sarah, and look at it, just destroyed on wave 16 for Fabi. So that's how much value. He's got over 5,000 of his value of his army gone to that Sarah. That literally did nothing for him on this wave.
Gosh, she didn't revive a Slave Master neither.
That's game over. That's
Game
200.
So scary, yeah.
You can up the king as much as you want, guys. It's game over.
They had to
You
like
know,
prepare better.
they need 7 heals to hold this, or royal presence instead of dark. I'm surprised how many people won't go royal presence still. It's one of the better presences.
Level
It'll
16,
save you on-
yeah.
It'll save you on waves that other presences just the other two just there's no chance they're going to save you on, and royal will actually save you.
Time Lord here could have saved them.
Remember that game we played yesterday? I think it was Linkz. Before you played your tourney games, and that other team had royal presence, and twice we thought we had them dead, and royal saved them.
Oh yeah, they survived. That was weird.
Yeah, that was crazy. That just showed you how good royal is, and it's so underused.
It's gonna get a little bit more buffed soon. I hear rumors.
So we're calling this game 1, are we? So they've still got 1 more game to go, or two more, depending on who wins the next game.
Yeah, similar to what my team did last night. We didn't anticipate 16 too well. We're kind of like, yeah, we're gonna be alright somehow. Oh, bam. No.
Yeah. Same thing happened to
Usually
you on 16 as well, yeah.
Peppers with like Griffons and Slave Masters. Yeah, I'll be alright. I'm like, yep, cool.
It's just like,
I'm gonna go Seraphim. I'm gonna steal League, guys, but yeah, we're gonna be alright. Yep, yeah.
in my opinion, unless you've got EAs, like, never go Sarah for 16, unless you're going for a Rev EA.
There is a
Push
way.
your
Well, I was
value-
just really tired
push your
yesterday.
value.
Like, there is a way.
Push your value into your army.
Positioning is really important.
My personal experience, pushing into my general army rather than going Sarah on 16 has always worked way better for me.
It makes you leak less. Yep, I agree. It makes you leak less. However, if you want to have a chance to hold, like revived unit is so good, you just need 1 tank behind the revived unit to be able to surpass the revived unit. So he
But
can tank for it so he doesn't die like quickly.
But by doing Sarah, you're risking it for the biscuit though. Like,
Yep.
yeah, you may hold well, but if your Sarah runs out to the left, which it has a tendency to do because its GPS is screwed.
That's
right?
why.
And then,
Yeah,
you know,
but he does that, so you have to.
Its Google Maps isn't working properly. You're going to leak huge.
However,
Whereas at least getting value into your army, you're going to minimize how much you leak, minimize your chances of dying. The only issue I've had with doing it that way is sometimes you can be on a time restraint trying to get enough back into your Sarah to put it down for 17 at level 15. You can run out of time if you don't do it fast.
oh yeah.
Sometimes you end up with a level 13 Sarah, and that can really hurt you as well.
Well, bro, it works. If you have mana aura, if you have to anticipate the Seraphim going to the left, then you just build some other units to help Sarah that can get a revive. If you have like a Hydra or a tank somehow to get revived as a second unit, second revive, that's very key to plan, a second revive. So it's like
But you've got to get
3 tanks altogether, front tank units. Yeah.
You need to get the Sarah to do that second revive though, that's the trick. Because Sarah can die that quick on 16 that it gets 1 revive off and that's all it gets off.
With mana aura is alright, if you have enough heals, just a bit of heal at least, I guess. And Archmage level 3 to give him the buff. That helps tremendously.
Especially if your Sarah runs at the champion on 16, game over. The champion will eat your Sarah on 16.
Actually, not really.
Sometimes
1 versus 1, the Seraphim wins.
No, I mean as the wave's coming. So as the wave's coming, not 1v1, but as the wave's coming, you know how the champion always goes left or right on that wave? If your Sarah runs the same way as that champion with the other units there as well, it gets eaten alive. It doesn't last very long, in my experience. But, you know, each to their own. That's how I
on
like
the
to
whole
do it.
army. Really depends on the whole army. I really need to make a brew. I'm so thirsty. I'll be right back.
You need to move out of red lane.
Oh yeah.
So iiabos can actually get in. There's questions for you when you get back, Linkz, as well. You guys are asking questions about stuff, which I can't answer because I've only watched this tournament for 1 match, so I don't know what the hell's been going on before now. Be able to answer any of this.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, they're asking questions about. Scroll up and read what they're asking.
What they're asking?
You're asking questions about the format, the double elimination and stuff. Is
Two
there two
finals.
finals then, or is there one final? I can't answer the questions because I don't know how the format for this tournament. I just told
It's-
iiabos that you said that Rage Critic was a loss. Which would mean it'd be tournament over, but I was just joking. Are you any good with brain teasers, Linkz?
Any good with brain teasers?
Brain teasers.
It
Yeah, like
depends. Yeah,
what's
okay,
hairy?
Oh.
What's hairy on the outside, wet and moist inside?
That's it. A spider?
That starts with a C and ends with a T.
I was close. Starts with a
Any
C and
ideas?
starts with a C and ends with a T.
Yeah, it's hairy on the outside and it's wet and moist inside.
Wait, I'm thinking. I need some time.
This is my brain teaser moment for everyone. Feel free to join in chat.
We might have
I'm not
kids around
actually-
here, you know. I think we may need
What's
to put a
that?
red dot. We may need to put the red dot on. Because that's 18 plus. What you're talking about.
No, it's not 18 plus. They're all clean. It's just your mind goes there.
Mine took a while actually. I didn't even consider that at first. I was like, Then I was like, oh shit.
Do you want me to tell you what the answer is?
No,
want the
not
answer?
yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, do it quickly because we're gonna start talking about the rows.
Okay, the answer is coconut.
Well, there's many things hairy on the outside and moist on the inside. I mean, our own bodies are also made out of like 70% water, like the earth itself.
Most things are made out of a lot of water.
Yeah.
I think cucumbers are about 80% or 85% water as well, cucumbers. Lettuces are like 60% water.
Yeah, true. Water is everywhere. Water is life. I almost believe
Look-
water is
Look at
alive.
80
Anyone feel that,
ADT's
like-
team, every single one of them has helicopter. Helicopter on every single roll
Let me check.
on their team.
I'm still on the left side. Ooh.
It's just funny to see helicopter on every single roll.
That's like giving an ascendant to your whole army. Wow.
But if
Helicopter's
iiabos stuffs up,
so good.
if iiabos stuffs up this game with this role that he's got, he should just delete the game and not play anymore.
Is Orange even
Like his
playing?
role,
Oh, it is.
his role is insane, iiabos. That's the sort of role you dream of starting with.
Well,
Iwi for
Slaves
push,
too, yeah.
necro, wagons.
Necroslaves on duo lane indeed is pretty immortal, I must admit. Necros are similar like
Necroslave.
mutants really. If you're
Yeah.
high push, high income, if you can afford to build them
Yeah.
just a little bit more, spawn like a god of them, that's so good.
Necro and mass is good on any wave. There isn't a weak wave for them.
Even for 20 they can be good. Quite expensive, but
Yeah. Even straight Skelly Fire Archers for 20, if you've got Troll
Mix.
Champion and Messiah and Archmage, something like that with them,
a good
they're
tank.
actually quite powerful.
Yeah,
They're actually quite powerful for 20.
and a few debuffs at the back. And there we go.
You need to have the mana regen with the Skelly Fire Archers though to make them actually really good.
Yeah.
But they'll take out the Nox quite easily on 20.
So Fabi's here instead of pushing,
Uh,
but he cannot push
we're
too
going
much
to-
anyway, because there was no delays.
T-Birds on Fabi and
Yeah.
Mass Peasants. Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
He's got druids as well. He's got ascendants. That's not bad.
If someone delayed level 1, I would just build more peasants and go 7-0 or something. Yeah.
Not a huge
6-1.
fan. Not a huge fan of Pappy's role. Pappy was the one that kind of got the last present under the Christmas tree. Really, his role's got a couple of good units in it, but for early game, because I'm not a fan of gate guards. You see,
Yeah,
if I
kind of
like gate
tough.
guards, if I like gate guards like everybody else, it's not a bad role. But I don't like them. I would almost like get some ants, make some carrions, drop a couple of DPs as quick as possible, and re-roll the hell out of that roll.
Yeah. How many Dark Priests is he gonna make is the question. 2 or
Two.
3?
I think you can manage to get 2 before you need to re-roll it. But he's probably pushing it.
Yeah, that seems most automatic.
He's already started spamming ants, so maybe he's planning on doing something similar and just using the green dragon to tank early, so he can get everything down and then re-roll, full sell the green dragon and start again.
Oh yeah, 'cause the danger is level 6, level 10. Even level 5. And now I'm seeing the first dose of information sent without any sense. Spider they see on Ymave with a night saber and night.
Well, they're not sending
crawlers.
5. They're not sending 5, are they? 5 would be a stupid way to send. They could try 6.
Probably looking at 6, yeah.
Yeah, it's really 6 or 8, isn't it? Or King 10. Because 5 and 7, that they're gonna eat it.
Low pushes here it seems on the east
They've
side.
got and some peewees.
If they want to have the dream for the blind 5 fantastic send that just blends everything, it's not gonna happen.
ADT's on a really slow push. ADT's rerolled into Polar and Tuskars and Azure Dragon and Messiah. Hellraiser. That's a
ADT.
really strong roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
ADT. That's a really strong roll.
We might then see a duo level 6 send, I believe. Because ADT now carries level 6 easily.
Yeah. If he wants to go Hellraiser, Hellgo still carries 6.
Siop is gonna be alright, but I wonder what he's gonna do, Siop, with his Bigfoot smashing everything up over here, because for level 5 it's just such a big leak.
Yeah.
He cannot even afford to push.
For 5, he could go Heralds if you wanted to. Heralds are not bad on 5.
Who?
The gate guards double up on gates.
I'm looking at Siop, sorry. Who are you looking at?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Pappy.
No.
Oh, what's he got going on?
Oh, he made a spider, so I completely ignored them. Yeah, they're gonna help him for 5. Cool. Yeah, for level 6, he's got a weakness. Who's gonna cover that weakness? Iiabos.
He could spam some frost wolves. Be better than going Bigfoot for 5.
And to be honest, Fabi is also strong for level 6. Specifically if he stays 9-3 and builds Thunderbirds alone with Peasant, he holds 6.
Yeah, if he doesn't
like
have a push, he's strong. If he does that one push too much,
9-4 leaks, yeah. 9-4 is gonna leak, 9-3 is gonna hold.
Yeah,
that's it.
Exactly. That one leak, that one push too many can really stuff you up sometimes. See, and he's gone 8-4.
6 and
He's pushed 8-4, so now he's going 9-4. Yeah, so he's over pushing. Did you notice that?
yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, but yeah.
But what it
Risky
means is
play.
that you're,
Oh, that's still level 4. Sorry,
yeah.
I thought it's level 5. Forgive me.
well, for me, they're one loss down in this final. You're playing solo lane, so you need to carry the team. You need to play a little bit safer this game, maybe, or go, balls out and hope it works out again. But
He's going 9-5. Okay, that's dangerous.
yeah, he's just pushing too hard.
They're all gonna leak.
What's going to happen is your solo player, your carry player, is going to start leaking waves that he should be carrying for the team because he's over pushing, in my opinion.
Because then everyone just gonna leak level 6 right now.
Yeah.
With this stage.
There's
Let's
no
see if
send
Team
happening, right?
East. Yeah, Team East
They
are
haven't sent-
patiently waiting. They don't have sufficient push to even think about level 5 anyway. They don't even have enough for level 6 though. That's a danger with this low push.
Siop's re-rolled, by the way. He just re-rolled then. Polar.
So
And Bigfoot again. Bigfoot loves him. It's
Bigfoot
almost
again.
the same unit. He just
Oh.
had with the Polar.
he full sold
He
him and he got him again.
That's such a bad roll.
Oh,
He doesn't even
unlucky.
need the Polar because ADT would give it to him anyway. What you going to do with that?
He needs Imave's advice. Definitely. We're not seeing any sense for level 6. Interesting.
Fabi needs to farm. Fabi needs to farm. They're not building farms. Fabi's sitting at 15 of 15. So,
I'm probably thinking what to do. That's why. Now they've made a decision to send. Yeah, cool.
oh, they have
happening.
to send here. They have to send for 6.
Good.
ADT and them aren't sending, obviously. They're upping King. It's like they know the send's coming. They automatically, as soon as they start sending, they start upping King. Like, come on, ADT, turn off
They were
map pack.
wondering.
What are you doing?
I think they wanted to like send with them. It was so obvious, like that they're gonna receive a level 6 send ADT's team. So they wanted to anti-send, but then changed their minds last minute.
Oh, exactly. Look, they've upped the King because it's obvious that the 6th send's coming after what they know that they've shown them as far as units. But it's always funny when you see one team start sending, the other team automatically starts upping King at the same time. It's like, come on, give Peppy back his map pack. You know, like, what are you doing?
Well, it makes sense, because look, ADT has completely ignored Hellraisers altogether. Because that's what could have made him
Yeah.
hold the level 6 send.
Yeah, see, I would have made a Hell Ghost one, just one. Like, I wouldn't have made 3 of them. I would have made 1 of them, though, for sure.
Well, I'm almost looking alright actually. Bigfoot and a spider. Yeah, it's still gonna go to King. He's not gonna hold much if he does. I'm off. Bigfoot is pretty
Oh, mate, it's
good
got-
for 6 though. Combined with a spider especially, I guess. Yeah. Double AoE damage, nice.
Let's see how they do here. I don't think they've got a carry here. I think it's all going through.
It's a shockwave that they've got. They just need Ymave to hold a little bit. Either way, they'll be alright. They won't lose
Look,
any
I
heroes.
thought that leak would have been worse than what it was, to be honest. Shockwave they have anyway.
It is pretty bad. 103 leaks is a lot.
Yeah, but I thought it would have been
300.
bigger.
Ah,
With the units they had, I thought they would have leaked a bit more.
oh, it's hard.
But as we said, there was no hold out there. They had no one holding for them.
ADT had nice positioning with good tanks. The Zudrake tanks a lot. Prevented the spiders and the 2 scars at the back from dying early on. They got surrounded later, so it's...
It's just level 6 to me has always been a really weak wave once it gets to King. You find that?
It is very slow moving, yeah, very clumsy.
Like, it just doesn't seem to damage the King much. Kind of like
Neither,
150 leaks get down there and they tickle him a little bit rather than punch him.
However, the negative tickle is that the low push, they cannot even afford to be high push and league, the low push and league, and the low income.
Yeah.
And now they're behind because of all that.
Fabi and iiabos are both pushed to 9-7 as well in the meantime.
That's pretty annoying.
Fabi's holding 9-5.
Then Ymave could have pushed a little extra and leaked anyway.
Yeah.
He would have been better off, let's say. It's kind of their decision. They could have built better for level 6.
He doesn't have a ghost. Yeah, iiabos is ignoring getting a ghost.
Too expensive, huh?
Yeah, I do like to get it early though myself. I like to have it for 6.
When you have so many PoEs though, it's dangerous. Because PoEs kind of overtake everything at the start and then they look and then they damage your positioning and the ghost stays behind.
Yeah. But it's okay if the ghost stays behind because the aura effect's still working, isn't it?
Because look, the PoEs are just moving forward with everything and then the ghost is catching less and less units over time. For level 10, he's gonna make the ghost, I'm pretty sure. Because then he won't have that issue for then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there is a ghost, bro. He's made it.
There is?
Yeah,
oh, where was it? I didn't see that before. It must be around the corner or something, or I'm just blind.
Either way, with or without it, similar effect. It's nice to have him, because like his aura can even catch chariots off, I think.
I think he's trying to hide that spreader. Laughter. Yeah, the ghost is behind the wall in that corner there, that's why I didn't see it.
Hidden. Maybe that's where he's gonna put the spreader too. No one's gonna see it. Okay, I'm joking.
No, they're still gonna see it in arena. But maybe if you build one spreader and then just send a lot of ballistas into arena, they won't be able to tell the difference between the spreader and the ballistas.
Yeah, true. Just hide it behind the corner here anyway and reroll, no one's gonna notice.
Camouflage it with ballista send.
I think ADT checks the corners though.
Yeah. ADT checks everything. I'm too lazy to do all those checks. I just wait till somebody else tells me when we're sending. Makes life so much easier.
Oh.
And people mistake the fact that you're lazy as, just being really nice and just happy to follow and go along with whatever they want.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm nice and I just let you lead. It's just I can't be bothered. Like I'm just playing my game. You just tell me when you want me to send something.
I'm both. I don't know. I'm also very easygoing and agreeable. And sometimes I change my mind. I'm like, no, we should do that. It's much better. Anyway.
Yeah, you can be indecisive sometimes. And with me as well, if you noticed when you say, okay, we'll send this wave or whatever, and I'm like, okay, by the time you've been indecisive and changed your mind, I've already sent half my crystal. Because I just jump straight on the sending.
Sometimes I think out loud because I'm like, shall we do that? And then, or shall we do that? And by the time,
it's like, oh damn, Gray's already sent 2,000 value. We may as well send now. I've done that to you so many times. You think I'd learn just to wait like a minute for you to decide whether we're sending now or 3 waves time? I'm just like, nope, I can get some income.
All right, let's go anyway. We're gonna see both teams sending level 10. They've got enough crystals saved up, especially Team West. 2,000 gold. Crystals, almost each.
Hasn't started making any wyverns yet for 10, Fabi. He does have them, but he hasn't started building any yet. T-birds are not bad for 10, I guess. They can do quite a bit of damage.
Which ones? The what?
Thunderbirds.
Alright.
They can be quite destructive on 10.
They help. They're not the best, but they help certainly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got a lot of T-birds, and he's got withens in his roll, but he hasn't built any withens yet. It's already wave 9. I'm not sure what else he's planning on holding with.
Even 2 Wyverns works. No need to master really without row. Especially he's got Ascendants. He can make like 2 or 3. He already has 2 anyway. And with the
Oh, without
Harpies, can make triple Harpies. Like easy peasy.
Yeah. And he's got Blood Orcs as well. Blood Warlocks.
Oh, does he? Ooh. And they do stack eventually, right? So yeah, it's great.
2 Ascendants.
And on the east side, so yeah, Theo's looking alright-ish. Fabi's looking alright-ish.
Harpy Wyvern.
iiabos should be alright, I think. Just about.
No,
He may leak a little bit. He needs just something extra, something else. He got just the Harpies for support. Is he gonna reroll? No, he wants to hide the plague and keep the row. Just rely on the Harpy support, okay.
Harpy.
He's gonna leak a little bit, then iiabos. And Papi's gonna leak plenty.
Yeah, I never trust Necro to hold 10 anymore. Unless you've got the absolute right support units with them. I find, especially against the Send, they'll leak. They'll fail you too often.
Look, iiabos' team isn't even sending level 10. They're just straight saving.
No. They're worried. They're worried they're not strong enough on 10. When iiabos holds here because there's really no send. The other team didn't really send that much today.
Oh, the peasants are coming in really late. Oh, jeez. Unlucky.
If he had got a little bit better focus, he would have held that then.
I'm looking at
He had arrow shooting. I was looking at iiabos. He had arrow shooting in every direction rather than concentrating on the one boss.
I already knew they're gonna leak. Just wanted to see how Fabi is gonna hold. Still pretty strong. Respect. He holds it all. We're not even gonna see King being reached.
Yeah. I see T-birds are actually quite good for 10. Especially with Ascendants. Ascendants are a game changer on 10.
Yeah, it's magic damage anyway, even though it's not so cost effective, it's still magic damage, and combined with the Warlock and the Ascendants, that can just buff any sort of damage up anyway. With
and the Harpies,
the armor debuff.
They had so much debuff, like so much different types of debuff as well.
Even
Ascendant, Warlocks, Harpies.
Aquas become even better than standard pierce damage with the help of the Warlock and Ascendant. It's so overpowered for level 10 on offline.
So the Aquas are good for him anyway if they did send, because the bounce just takes out the peasants and all that from the mass send.
True, yeah.
Bounces and takes them out.
Yeah, got to think about some AoE for level 10 too.
Yeah.
So now, is it gonna be level 11 or level 12?
I do like the 11, and 11's quite destructive these days. 11 can really hurt. And it can also set you up for a really good wave 12 send. You can get a really big delay happening on 11 I mean.
They could even send both 11 and 12
Yeah,
now.
that's what I mean. Send 11 then resend for 12 for the delay. It's an underused send wave, 11 I find.
It would actually work out.
Everyone likes to go the 12 or 14 send, and then the standard 16 or 17.
That can...
the 11 Even 13, if 13, if you can get them to leak 13, if it gets to the king, it's game over. 13 wave does a lot of king damage once it gets down there, especially if you get a champ to leak.
11 on the other hand can give also even advantage to the leaking team, because they get time to upgrade the king, get income, or send 12, and push. In this circumstance, though, Team West has got much better push. So if anyone's gonna take advantage of any time being produced from 11 leaks, that would still be West more than East. So East is in
I
danger.
think what they gain compared to what they lose from how big a leak on 11 from an 11 cent can be is you're still worth sending 11 because you can take a lot of value away from them sending 11, resending 12.
They missed doing that altogether.
They didn't send. They're sending 12. They're doing the standard 12 send.
Interesting.
Boring. Boring standard 12
Would have
send.
been a great idea sending 11 though. But then it
Yeah,
depends.
I would have sent 11. They know now that the 12 cent's coming. They're gone straight onto presents. Even if it gets through. So it's a 1-0 at the moment. If ADT's team wins this game, they win the tournament. Is
I
that
think
correct?
it's 3 out of 5 actually. I think.
So they've got to win 3 games.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Maybe I'm mistaken actually. Let's check.
Either it's best
Oh,
of 3
the
or it's
send
best
area
of
is
5.
cut on the stream. Oh. 1 second.
Happy's pro leaking. Yeah, that leaks on purpose for this send.
The send
Obviously.
area is missing. Oh my gosh. Sorry. On the stream. Why is he not moving? Weird thing. Talk a little bit because I'm out and top. What's happening?
What's that? Sorry.
What's happening? I'm out and tapped.
Oh, not much. I was just sending Drew a message. It's best of 3 for the final. Drew just messaged me back. So if ADT's team wins this, they win.
All right. Okay, I see.
That's sorry. I was AFK from the screen as well because I was messaging Drew. Find out.
Yeah, I was just gonna check, but realized that there's an issue with the stream. The send area is cut. The viewers cannot see.
Now,
Oh,
Happy made Cavs for wave 12. But
okay, let's watch the send. Okay.
then it's going, and they're going to insta-rage it, obviously. The problem with this 12 send is that it's what I call an obvious send. The other team knows you're sending. They know what to expect. They can build to cover it. They can prepare the king for it. Like, chances of these sort of sends working when the other team knows that the send's coming are limited.
Well, it's true what you say. However, it was a really tough send. 4,000 or 5,000 crystal worth of send. It's just blastering.
I find the surprise sends generally work better, but I mean, this is going to work just purely on how many ballistas they've sent off of Pappy pro leaking that wave 11.
We got 200 leaks. Yeah.
And they've gone Dark Presence. Again, players going Dark Presence like it's the be all and end all of presences. And it's, either one of the other 2 presences is better here for them. Time Lord or Royal. Rather than Dark. They've just gone Dark because they had Shockwave. That's the only reason. And then he hasn't used Shockwave anyway with the Dark, so it's counterproductive.
I hope the final's not gonna end before I just fixed the window on the stream. Can finally see the send windows. 'Cause we even skipped talking about the scents too much. Like the viewers weren't even knowing what scents were coming. While we're talking about some builds and stuff. 'Cause we
Look,
had
I'm
like
just
level
here for
10
my.
skips and huh?
I'm just here for my expertise and like just to describe what's happening. As far as the windows go, that's all up to you, buddy. I'm not your tech support. I can't even see your stream.
I wasn't even aware it set like that. Like it was just by
Yeah.
default, and I just started it, and I assumed everything is alright.
Like I haven't got Twitch turned on. I wasn't watching your stream, so I don't know what
I'm
they're
not watching
seeing.
neither. Like I just saw the chats.
Well, I don't want to
Mm.
watch it while I'm commentating anyway because I hate hearing myself. So if I've got it on, then I'm getting my voice back at me again while I'm talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody hates their own voice. I guess I don't.
Maybe,
But
well, you get like that echo effect, you know, when you're talking and your voice is coming back at you at the same time. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, there's a 30-minute delay. Anyway.
Another message coming in from Do. What's he want to know?
Oh, let's check. Is it 3 out of 5 or 2 out of 3?
I asked him if it was best of 3 or 5, and he said 3. It's simple best of 3 in finals. Winning winners bracket just gets you that bye, essentially.
Is it just one hill? Yeah, left. One hill left. Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw the announcement. Best of 3 everywhere. Alright.
He said the format's focused on making sure that the best team wins, and I said, yeah, but I didn't play this tournament. And now he's being a smartass about it, I bet you. Apparently this is probably going to be the last tournament. Did I read correctly somewhere?
The last tournament of this year, probably.
Of Hellhalt. Stu was saying, I think,
For
before
this
the
year.
before the standalone or something. I don't know. I thought I read it somewhere on Discord.
Well, it depends on the standalone. Tournaments are happening every couple of months, regardless. I suppose.
We just need an Australian tournament for Hellhalt so I can play my matches at a reasonable time of day. And that would be much better.
Yeah, I could make a more flexible tournament too.
It's really hard for me to play the tournaments because I'm playing with one eye closed at 4 o'clock in the morning when everybody else is like 10 o'clock in the morning to them. And, you know, I've been up all night waiting for my match to start. No sleep, one eye open, trying to concentrate.
And then you're gonna play like 10 games in a row.
Yeah, it's like, you play that one game like, oh cool, I can go to sleep now. It's like, oh no, now you've got to play this one, and then you've got to play this one. And it's like, and then 5 hours disappears, now it's 9 o'clock in the morning and I haven't slept all night and I'm, you know, can't see the screen, trying to win games. Makes it difficult. That's why I didn't bother playing this tournament, this one, the Hellcup 6. But after the last one I just went, no, I can't be bothered.
And after level 12, we're looking at the sands again from iiabos' team furthermore.
They were 16. If they went 12, they will come 16, I would imagine.
That would be a surprising sense.
That's pretty standard. For them to come 16, they need some delay happening on 14 or 15, big, because they've got no.
Oh gosh, they're just gonna get run over on the east side.
Fabi just re-rolled into absolute roll, more or less. Iiabos' rolls.
Look at the right side. They're gonna have trouble. Look at the right side, bro. Fabi. Ymave is going Seraphim.
Yeah,
he got
I've seen
no
that.
time. Quickly. Shit. He messed up so bad. Oh gosh.
Who did that?
Ymave.
He's still got 600 gold there.
And level 6 Seraphim. Essentially 1000 gold. What is he even reviving? A bird. Let's watch. Where's the revive? I cannot see the revive, that's awkward. Seraphim sitting on 4 mana. What's going on? Oh, he's got essence! Level 6 Seraphim with essence. Oosh. Ouch. Good job on Siop. He's minimizing the leaks. Well done.
ADT is holding.
ADT is doing alright. He's leaking actually.
The backstab gets him.
Not bad. But it's still all...
That's game over. 110 with 1 heal.
Why is the king so low? They did on the pre-gen. And now they upped it fast. Shit. Did you not expect that 14 resend though? Definitely. Okay, it's 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. The score, and now we're gonna have a final game. So it's...
Oh, Red Mumba's in online. I haven't seen him in ages.
Who is that you talking about? Sorry.
Red Mumba. Do you know player Red Mumba?
Oh,
Orange Mayo?
He is. He just shy.
Yeah.
And doesn't...
I haven't seen him in a while. He was in the current lobby as well. Nice guy. I played with him a lot. I played a game versus Botlak earlier. You know he has the account "You Mad Kid?" ?
Yeah.
So I made an account which was "You Mad Fat Ass?" ? And then beat him. He got upset because he called me fat. It's his nickname for me, Fat Ass. I don't know why, so I called him Fat Ass back. And then I beat him.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's funny.
I used to not like him because he wasn't giving me the offlane. But nowadays I really don't mind. I used to play for the win like every time, like, give me offlane. he's like tricking me, like, yep, I'll let you rotate in game. The game starts, I write roar, and he doesn't throw, man.
Oh, Taco's in as well. Taco's just joined the lobby as well.
Have you joined the lobby? Guys?
I haven't joined the lobby because we've got one more game to play, don't we? What was I going to say? Yeah, I like Botlak as a person, but every time I team with him, we lose. It's kind of like as soon as he teams with me, he forgets how to play, and then when he plays against me, he all of a sudden he's like a savant. Kind of like he trolls me, plays with me, and just plays like a nab. So I like to play against him, not with him. If me and him are on the same part, it's almost a guaranteed loss.
Nah, don't talk like that. You ready? We hosted the game.
Have not. I was looking at the other lobby. Okay. I've got to restart my Warcraft 3 session.
Alright.
Invalid. So just give me a second. Sorry. Because I've been playing for too long. What is it? Gotta remember what the color code is. I guess they're right. That's better.
Alright, cool stuff.
Ready when you are. Thanks, Lord's back again.
Yo, Tank Lord. Yeah, that was about 5 hours ago, you know?
It was 2 games ago. Paco said he didn't want to come and commentate because he had a headache.
Okay, it's fine. I guess. If he's not gonna cheat.
You know.
Just if he just cheats the headache, that'd be best.
Yeah, like, just suck it up, princess. Like, you know the best thing for a headache is, Linkz?
Don't say. Please don't say. Oh, Necro straight away on Ymave. ADT with the Warchief and the Skeletors. Nice.
SiopBnetRoll, not good. SiopB's
He
got
loves
eggs
eggs.
and grants, but the rest is
He's gonna
shit.
manage. Did you see Pepe's presentation from the other day?
Why mate's good?
Mine's
Slaves,
on
slave,
piano with slaves into slaves. That's awkward.
slave on Fabi, but no range unit to go with the slaves. Like, I hate that.
It's fine. You
At
can make
least-
it work with a
at least-
reroll eventually.
iiabos is better. iiabos with that role should probably have taken solo, in my opinion. Slaves
Yeah, true.
with mutants and DPs.
Oh my dear, yeah. Push with slaves and mutants. Because the peasants gives you like an early game push. Then you can transition
Yeah.
to slaves and mutants.
He should have. He should have RO'd Fabi. That should have been an RO instant, in my opinion.
Papiano, look
Much
at
better.
Papiano.
Much better role.
Look at Papiano.
LOD on Papiano. LOD with the A's and DM. That's not bad.
No worries for level 5.
Well, look, one
Level
thing I
10
can
will be
say
tricky.
early game is that I'm pretty sure that iiabos' team will be safe on wave 14. I don't think they'll lose on wave 14 in this game.
Well, we need, yeah, true, absolutely. That's easy to say. How about level 10?
And that's about
okay,
all-
that's the first
and that's about
dangerous
all I can
wave,
tell you.
maybe.
That's about all I can tell you at the moment.
They're fine on 5, on 4.
50
5,
bucks says
6,
they won't.
7, 8, 10 is dangerous.
50
Team
bucks says they
West.
won't lose on wave 14.
Yep. And Team West is fine for all levels, actually. Maybe for level 5 they're a little bit weak on the west side. Then
Guessing
we got some
Siop here.
hermits.
I'm guessing Siop here just wants to get down some eggs, drop a couple of triumphs and reroll. Or what is he trying to do with this roll, you reckon?
Look, it's funny you said SiopBnetRoll is the weakest, but he ended up, look, he managed. He licked only a hermit with
Yeah.
the X.
Eggs are strong on wave 1, and he had an Ice Troll Shaman, I think he went with it, didn't he, or something, or an Ice Troll with it. So they're rebounding damage as well.
Good mix with the X, actually.
Have a look after this clears, but I'm pretty sure he went Ice Troll with it.
Yeah, that's a good call. 'Cause the X don't do damage, but they're really tanky, so they receive a lot of hits.
Yeah, he went Ice Troll Shaman.
And that's when the arrow kicks in.
and now he's spamming some treants, and he'll go some more eggs. And then do you think he's going to reroll, or what's he going to do?
As soon as possible.
Where did this Bone Warrior go from? Has he already rerolled? Where did this Bone Warrior go from? Oh, this Bone Warrior comes from ADT, giving him Bone Warriors.
Oh, it's very considerate of him.
Just keep an eye on how many Bone Warriors he shares. Better watch him, he's sneaky. The Frenchman.
Sneaky play from Fabi as well with the mines. Two small mines and one upgraded mine for a full cell. Interesting. So he can push extra.
I find when you use mines, the aggro gets stuffed up on the waves, and units just run straight past your units constantly. You know what I mean? Like they hit the mine, and they don't go to where your army is. They just run right past it, like your army's not even there, and you just start leaking things you wouldn't leak because of like one mine.
That's why you can use command attack, and it works to proc the enemy wave. If you use command attack, that's not a problem.
If they start running past you, command attack will bring them back?
Yep.
Even after a mine?
Yep.
Okay, I haven't tried it.
If in range, if you don't let them run too far past, the command attack has its range as well, but yeah.
Because I use command attack on champs and that sort of thing to, you know...
If you do it early enough, like, it works.
Yeah. I find a lot of people don't use command attack at all during a game. Like they just, I don't know, cross their fingers and pray sometimes.
It can sometimes screw you up if you don't use it precisely. But I guess ideally it should be used all the time.
Yeah, you get used to it.
We're seeing a level 3 sand, which is looking in pretty solid numbers from the left team.
His forces are under attack.
But Piano is ready for it. 8-1 on level 3 with Hades.
ADT pushing harder this game. He's going with Ferbs, hasn't he?
Well, of course, that's the only option you have. If you commit to going first, then you gotta go for the high push.
You gotta push, otherwise it's pointless in doing Ferbs. Ferbs drop off so hard, so fast.
Only the push gives you an advantage. Yeah.
Yeah. My issue with Ferbs is how quickly they drop off. Like one wave they're good, the next wave they're useless. It's not even a graduation. It's just like they go from being good to being complete rubbish in one wave.
Later on, like soon, I start moving them very far back. Because I know if they're on the front, they just die so quickly every time.
Yeah.
It's not nice. So let something else tank up before the Ferbs join in, ideally from the side. Take less damage.
Ideally, you want all your melee to be behind the rest of your army and then command it in.
Yeah.
But it's an unnatural way to build for me. Like
for me, that's not true.
Yeah, for me, I'm saying like it's like you want to structure your tanks, then your range, and then your support, like how you go into battle. But
yeah, and the level starts and everything just pits up all over the place, and we're like, oh god.
Yeah, but for this, you want your range at the front with your support behind that, and then your tanks and your melee behind that, and then bring them in. Works a lot better.
Yeah, this is world class level here. We're talking about millimeters.
Yeah, but it is. It's half a square. It makes all the difference when you're placing a unit.
Yep.
If you place it half a square out of whack, it's the difference between leaking or holding.
Absolutely. Many people think the new version is screwed up There's something wrong with it, with everything exactly the same as it used to be. It's just tiny
Yeah, it's
changes
not.
make the difference
But
very often.
I think there's a lot more subtle mechanics in this game that people aren't aware of.
Yeah.
And if they were more aware of the subtle mechanics, they wouldn't be so fast to criticize the game. Because they don't understand the mechanics and what's happening, they think it's something wrong with the game. You know what I mean? Where it's actually wrong with their build or where they position the unit, or that unit's in front when it should have been behind, it's against the wall when it shouldn't be, or whatever. They don't know where they're placing, and they call it a game issue, or something wrong with the game, because they don't understand the mechanics of what's happening to them.
The wave spawns in different mothers as well. Sometimes you get a creep running far to the right, sometimes to the left, sometimes still unevenly. Like, oh god. Gotta take so many things into consideration. Both teams are saving up, by the way.
Yeah.
They don't have too much saved. The team east side looks like they've got a little bit more crystal.
You've got to keep in mind as well, when Hellraiser programs these sort of games, he doesn't have the champion running on a train track down to the king, coming in the same position every time. It's a randomized spawn. So
yeah, around
you're
the
always
creep
going to have...
gets buffed up, yeah.
Yeah, you're always going to have those differences happening. A lot of slave masters on Fabi.
No level 5 cents. Ymave is just holding everything now. Till level 10 at least. So we're gonna see level 7 cents, I guess, on both sides. They must be going level 7. There's no other alternative.
Well, no one's sending for 6. So I'm assuming they're going 7, unless they're going to go for an 8 send, which is unusual.
Very unusual, and rarely pays off saving for an 8 cent with 10 income.
Yeah. With low push, I mean, look how low the push is on Siop and ADT's team, 9-3, 9-4, 9-4 on wave 6. They're like 2 pushes behind where they should be. So
I'm sort of surprised.
It's really low push for them.
They're probably worried about level 5, I think. And low enough for level 6 that you didn't get enough time to push. Because Necros hold level 6 even on a 9-5, 9-6 push easily.
Well, these Ferbs should be holding level 6. I mean, you could have upped these to strugglers.
You reckon?
ADT. Ferbs are not bad on 6.
For level 6 with pierce damage.
The strugglers.
I guess they're still tanky enough. Yeah. Maybe because they're tanky, right?
Yeah, with the shaman and the strugglers, with the spirit link, they'll hold on 6. They're very strong up until, the next
look,
wave.
They melt though, look. They still died. He would have leaked level 6.
They died because he didn't have any strugglers links. He only had Ferblogs. He hadn't upped any of them.
He did have a struggler. He did.
He upped the shaman, didn't he? Not a struggler.
Yeah, small shamans. Yeah, small shamans and a struggler.
Yeah, smalls and 1 shaman. If he had had strugglers, he would have held.
Oh, Fabi here has overcommitted. Losing a few slaves. It's alright. What else can he do? He even rerolled actually. That was fast.
He has rerolled, which means he's only built slave masters. No way he could have spammed slave and that many slave masters by wave 6 to reroll.
Very conservative approach.
What's he going to do now? Go priest? Go a Hellraiser? Hellghost? What's he planning to do with this roll? Some more mines?
I would have been tempted to even go Griffins with the slave masters. Just to hold level 7, and then I would think about massing more slaves for level 8 and then re-rolling to get something for level 10.
He's got on a tree of knowledge. He's got a boom tree.
Like a boom. Interesting. Tree of knowledge for level 7. Tree of battle is way better at this stage.
Yeah, and the Hellraiser, that's not fully up. That's only the Hellraiser. You could
It
fit on
is
a Hell
upped.
Ghost.
It is up.
Is that? You sure?
I think that's the last. Yeah.
It should say Hell. It should say Hell Ghost then, shouldn't it? Not Hellraiser
I have no idea.
when it's fully upped.
But look, the picture is the upgraded one. But piano just with one
Maybe he's
Hades.
changed that.
But piano had to make another Hades, I guess. He missed doing that. He's gonna get surrounded in a few seconds, but he made a Forsaken. Oh, actually, I didn't see that. That's very neat. Okay, cool. That works.
The champ got through. That's going to stuff Fabi up. Fabi's leaking, 100%. Champ came through and took out his back line.
Ouchie.
Yeah, ran straight past his slaves, so he doesn't have enough slaves to get the block working. Who's pinging? Siop's pinging.
Yeah, I was doing a good job at not leaking much.
2 champions coming at Siop. Siop's getting upset because Ymave leaked and started pinging him.
Safe.
Say King got Shockwave, no problems. Yeah, provoke, and you're right. Do a couple of HP. Easy.
Just time of hell, right? ADT and Siop leaked. Oh,
Yeah. ADT and Ymave leaked, Siop couldn't carry the leak. So they lose the heal. I think he's expecting Mave to hold as well.
Ymave leaked? Really?
Yeah, he leaked. He leaked the champion
What?
as well.
What?
They both leaked the champion, ADT and Ymave both leaked champions.
What? Why is he making 2 scars? I don't get it. Something's wrong. I mean,
Maybe he's
I know that even 9-6 Necros only holds level 7 Sands easily.
yeah. He
The
could
mistake-
even go Appers here for 8 if he wanted to. Apparition
Gosh.
is a really strong 8 and 10.
I think 2 scars was the mistake, and his position was probably fucked up somehow. Huh. Weird.
Well, no tanks either. Just Necro, no tank, nothing in front. They got everything running straight at the Necro. The player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, maybe his Necros went too forward somehow. Huh.
Siop needs to farm, Mave needs a farm.
Ping them in the chat. Guys, up your farm.
Yeah, good farm. Hurry up. God. Pay attention. What are you doing? I always make sure I've got farms because that many times I've come down to it and you just like stuffed yourself because you run out of farm space and you can't get that farm up and finish building in time and the wave starts and you're dead.
Yeah, that's my biggest weakness.
I learned that lesson too many times. One of the few lessons I've actually learnt. Other mistakes I just continually make.
Other people just up their foot a few times to not even consider that. I hate doing that because then I'm like 35 gold short from building a unit. I'm like, gosh, I wish I didn't have food.
No, but you do your math first. You go, yeah, I can build. I'm going to have like 48 gold left over. I can build a farm.
I usually do math. However, the more I play, the more intuitive it becomes. And catch is just, I barely do nowadays. I don't do any math. I just know. It's weird. It's hard
I
to
did
explain.
my math wrong. I did my math wrong earlier. Now, I don't build them very often, but Unleashed Spirits, did they used to be fully up to 300 gold?
305.
120 and 180.
305 actually.
Wasn't it one? I thought it was 120 and 180 it used to be.
125, 180 has always been like that.
See? So that's me not using the unit very often. So when I did my math, I had 303 gold left over to build an Unleashed Spirit. And
I have no idea though. I'm a fairly new player, if you know.
I'm
like.
2 gold short.
Not sure what 5 years ago what it was like. Maybe it got changed.
I say bring back Mavericks. The
Yeah,
125
and
118, yeah, Mavericks used to be good. But 125 and 180 is what they are now. But for some reason, I thought they were 120 and 180, and I'd allowed make sure I had at least 300, and I finished the wave with like 303 gold available to me after pushing in that. I went to build it and I was 2 gold short, and that was really frustrating.
Oh yeah, it happens a lot. Yeah, I remember.
Didn't realize the unit costs 305 gold.
You gotta avoid pushing lumber and just up wisps, and then you're not gonna be short.
Yeah, 300 plus GST. Plus taxes.
Any 10 cents are we seeing? No. Yeah, they've got sufficient income. Oh, someone upped quite a lot.
ADTs re-rolled.
174 income. Wow. Nice.
Psyops rolls nice now. Slave with Riders, Tempest.
Oh.
And ADT's got EAs with Skelly's Troll Champion, Messiah, and T-Birds. It's a pretty sexy roll. He just full sold his third block Shaman, by the way.
This should be a long game down there, I guess.
He just has 4 third blocks that are not upgraded.
I bet this game would end on at least 22.
These 2 egg sacks that he's got, I'm assuming Psyop shared those to him, the 2 egg sacks.
Egg sacks? Where? Oh yeah.
He's got 2 egg sacks. Where'd they come from? Did he have them or did...
Psyop says he shared them before.
Alright.
Yeah, they love sharing eggs. Yeah, well, yeah. Eggs pretty OP.
So Psyop had eggs and he built 4 eggs in total before he re-rolled. Yeah? Is that right? He only got 2 for himself and 2 for ADT?
Yeah. Oh, that's very kind of him.
That's not enough eggs. That's not enough eggies. We love our eggies.
It's fine. He's got Thunderbirds for tank. And a few eggs. You don't really need too many eggs anyway. People overrate them. I mean, they're the best tank for level 10 in the game.
No, I mean for Psyop himself, he's only left himself with 2 eggs as well. So before he did his re-roll and re-rolled into slaves, he only built 2 eggs for himself and 2 eggs for ADT.
He considered it will be enough. Yeah. You can
I know sometimes I overbuild eggs, but I think that's a bit underbuilding eggs.
It depends. You need a balance between tanking power and damage. Look, he's got so many Thunderbirds. He was looking after them into slaves. Yeah.
Balance your DPS as well.
Except not DPS. They are magic damage, so they do something, but they're not.
I still think about 6 eggs is about the minimum amount I'd ever build, and probably 12 is about the max.
For me, it varies. Sometimes I make 1, sometimes I make 14. It depends.
I like to build some at the front of my build and then build 2 or 3 about 4 squares further down. So they come in and block anything getting around the eggs at the front. It kind of like cuts them off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if they try to run around, then they then get pulled to the other 3 eggs. I found it works okay for me, so that's what I sort of started doing. I hope they hurry up and finish this game. I need to go up the shop.
It's gonna be a long game. I don't see anyone leaking soon.
It's alright. I've got 2 cigarettes left. That'll be alright.
Oh.
And I need to go to the shop.
Look, we've got Dark Priests on dual lane, slaves, mutants, with the slave value everywhere. 16
no
elite
spread.
archers.
No spreaders happening yet though. They're coming, he goes. And then Rerolls bank spreaders. That was funny.
So 16 at the moment looks most dangerous for Team West.
So up in them upping Dark Presence.
Okay.
Now, explain to me, they upping Dark Presence purely and simply because their king ability is Shockwave?
Well, no, they were actually saving, and now after they've seen what they're facing up against, they've decided to go Presence instead.
So they know that they're not going to get a send coming at them for 12, so they can go Dark Presence. Is that what you're saying?
No, because they didn't want to commit to a dual 12 send, because it's obvious both teams are saving for 12. But they decided that the
neither of them are sending for 12.
What?
Well, yeah, they are. Pappy's sending, the other team's not.
Yeah.
So they're sending 12, and what I'm saying is Siop's team's gone Dark Presence, which for me, for Wave 12, is the wrong presence. If you're worried about leaking Wave 12 again versus Ascend, you're better off with Royal or Time Lord rather than Dark.
It depends. It depends. Dark Presence is still very strong for 12 if command attacked correctly. Most people, when they use Dark for 12, they just shift click each unit side by side, but you gotta shift between.
You gotta click every three units.
Or so, yeah.
Yeah.
It works, and it kills the sense off really quickly.
I think for me, I would have gone Time Lord maybe, which is also good for them late game as well if it gets late game and ends up being a race, which it could be this game.
Could really though afford to push a lot and go Time Lord and leak everything on 12 anyway, and they just have Time Lord bound. Regeneration is pretty strong for level 12. If you manage to kill all the sands, then you get so much time.
The biggest bonus for Time Lord though is it will win you games post 20. No other presence is going to win you a game post 20.
Well, it depends. For level 22 is weak, but can win you races for level 25, 26, which is pretty epic when it happens.
If both teams have got units running at the king at post 20 and you push Time Lord and they've got Dark Presence, you win. Pretty much the delay will win you the game.
On the other hand, for level 25 though, Dark still has its strengths. Because if you leak one boss for level 25, then
if you leak
just kill
one boss, yeah. How often do you leak one boss on 25 to the king? It's always either nothing to the king or 7 bosses to the king, and Dark Presence is not going to help you.
Well, I had a game where we leaked to king 3 bosses, and 2 of them were pretty red, and the other one was kind of full. We just had Dark Presence, and we actually survived, just badly, with Dark Presence.
That's because two were running on empty when they got there. They had to have been. Otherwise, they would have. The amount of damage that they do to your king.
Well, yeah, it still took a lot of time.
Damage goes down that fast. You got to kill them quick.
Looking at us wasting over 3 kills, it was still pretty nasty to watch. But yeah. Dark Priest that are gonna save the day on Ymave. He managed to just build 4, however it seems like he may have wished to have gone a lower push. He's looking alright, good stuff. And the slaves are doing a great job on Siop.
Happy's team's got a lot more income with this send that they've just done versus Siop's team. And Siop's team, they've only got like 2,000 crystals saved anyway, less than. Now they're pushing king. It just seemed to be like they had a better push, but they had less crystal and less income. Strange.
Yeah, imagine if they sent and didn't have the king. Poor them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I firmly believe Ymave could have done if Ymave stayed 9-7, he could have held everything. But that's just so hard to do. To stay 9-7 for level 12 is so
Yeah.
painful.
Like he's leaked level 12 and he's pushed again to 9-10. Like it's just
I do that
You-
sometimes. I stay low push just to be able to hold a wave.
yeah.
It sucks if you don't.
Well, it's push is that important. Like having good push, you need it to be able to do the sends that are going to kill. Like you need to be able to push fast and push hard. So it's kind of like some players, like with Ymave and like other players are the same. Like even if they're leaking, it's like it doesn't matter if this is gonna cause me to leak again. I'm pushing another one. It's just like automatic. They just up it again anyway. It's not always that bad to leak anyway. Sometimes it's good to give your teammates a bit of a feed as long as somebody's holding.
Yeah.
Take that extra
No, it
push.
didn't happen.
Leak it doesn't hurt you. They lose two heals here, one heal left.
With 400 gold being spread among the 6 players. Huh.
What sort of prize money are these teams playing for? I never did look at what the prize money got up to for this.
Oh yeah, I cannot see them neither. I think it's spread between all 6 players. That's what I know.
Because I know the entry fee that was part of that was going to prize money was a different structure to previous tournaments.
Oh.
Where I think Matty Batty put up most of the prize money, didn't he? Good old Matty.
Oh, I never play for the money, me. Maybe I should start. Oh, maybe we'll get into the final one day.
I never played any of the tournaments for money either. It was kind of like if I win anything, it's like you guys can have it. I just play for the, to say that I beat this person.
Oh.
It's more the
Yeah.
personal achievement is what you play for than the money. I mean, different story if you're playing for $1,000, but when you're playing for like $100, who cares? It's not life changing. So I'm just going to say it again. Siop needs to up a farm. I know I hinder on about farms. Forces are under attack. I mean, Fabi needs a farm as well. Iiabos needs a farm as well.
Ah, Iiabos is losing some of his slaves. Oh. Yeah, 13 is quite tricky with that priest slave. No aura.
He holds, but every 5 seconds he's losing more slave gold. You got a slave master in there? Yeah. Still the same system with slaves, isn't it? If you finish the wave with no slave masters and only slaves, you get no gold.
Yeah.
You got to have a slave master remaining.
And all of a sudden, level 16 is no longer a dangerous wave. Put Team West, Elite Archer on ADT. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
ADT,
good as fuck.
the elite archer.
I'm concerned about Ymave and his level 17 potential. His value isn't as high as it could be. That leaves everything up to Siop pretty much.
Yeah. He should have stayed 2 pushes less than what he's at now, and at least 2 pushes less and built more value.
Things really went
Just to make
downhill
sure.
from level 7. He shouldn't have leaked level
Just to make
7. I have no idea how he managed to leak it. It's just... I don't understand.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch him. I was just thinking he's gonna out to hold. But,
I wasn't watching him. I was watching Siop, and then when Siop was leaking, I went across to see if Mave was leaking. And at that stage, the Mave had just finished leaking, and the champion was walking out. I didn't see how it happened, but but Ymave would have been better off slowing his push just for a couple of waves and upping his value just to strengthen himself and then start pushing again. In my opinion.
Sorry, say that again.
Ymave would have been better off slowing his push for 2 waves and increasing his value of his army. So strengthen himself, make himself stronger, and then start pushing again. Rather than keep on pushing and not being able to get your value happening. Because at the moment, if the other 2 leak, even with what he may hold with, he's not going to hold enough to carry. Do you think?
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
17.
Yeah, just 300 over value. It's not about.
He's not going to have enough value because of the pushing. He needed to slow that down, increase his value, and then start pushing again.
Because now he's leaking. If he wants to save all those Dark Priests, he won't actually leak, but he won't hold enough. Yeah. Somebody else needs to search for him, or he needs to search himself. Or Siop.
I mean, you and I can be guilty of the same thing. They just keep on pushing. It's easy to look at it from like this perspective and say, oh, you should have done this or you should have done that. But when you're playing the game, sometimes it's.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine.
You don't see it.
It's fine. It's actually fine. I'm not criticizing it.
No, I'm not criticizing what he's doing. I'm just saying he may have been better off trying something different than increasing his value rather than.
It's fine. No, it's fine. The Siop is overvalued and he's going Seraphim for 17. I mean, that's gonna give one of the 2 laners at least an easy hold. They might even get away. Now. They might even get away with no surges. But I imagine we would probably see at least 1 surge still on the west side.
Well, they've got no siege for it, for 17.
It doesn't matter. They've got value on Siop.
Yeah.
Elite Archer revive. The best revive in the game, however you look at it.
Yeah. Sometimes, I don't know, spreader revives pretty good as well.
They sent 15. Versus the wall of Slave Masters on iiabos. I think he was prepared. That's why he upped the Slave Masters. Good job.
Will this hurt Siop, seeing as he's gone, he's Sarah level 4 or something for Fabi. 15?
Who's that?
They might catch him out. It's a bit interesting that they've decided to throw a 15 send in out of the blue here. It doesn't really make sense. It's a bit of a waste of a send, really, wasn't it? I don't understand why they did that. They're the ones leaking off of their own raging, and the other team's holding with their send. Like that send did not make sense to me.
Maybe they thought that Fabi, sorry, because Fabi rerolled slaves, didn't he, early on? Maybe they thought he keeps massing small slaves, but actually helped the slave masters.
Maybe.
And they're pretty good for 15. And perhaps they wanted to provoke the enemy to send 16 regardless, because they looked weak, Team West, when we saw them at first for level 16, but now LET has got behind the curtains rerolled into Elite Archer.
Yeah, we say don't know because they haven't seen, obviously.
Yeah, and they still get money from. It got to King.
Trying to bait.
70 leagues went to King, so they're gonna get some gold from that. And I'm pretty sure LET is gonna hold everything from 16.
Kind of like that early bait people like to do, where they'll purpose leak wave 1 to show units that are no good for wave 5 to trick you into sending 5, and then that person that leaks holding sabers or something, which is just going to clear 5 in a second.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen. I've seen that trick played a few times on people.
True story.
Yeah, bait them into sending 5 at you. Wave 15 only really going to kill your king if you get at least 2 champions down there already. If you don't get the champions down there, it really doesn't do a lot. That's a lot of slave masters on Fabi. Look how many slave masters he's got. Like they're on special at Coles or something.
It's all he got left from the Griffin row.
Yeah.
Was that the one? Yeah.
He's just massing protons at the moment so he can go Sarah next.
He wants to keep the slave masters as long as possible.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Building more infantry. More Zeus.
It's gonna be a long game. It's like ping pong.
It's going to go to wave 22.
They're feeding each other up, so...
That's my guess. Wave 22 will be where it ends.
No.
Someone's going to send on wave 22.
It'll be endless in my opinion. They just keep feeding each other up and they're gonna be super strong for late game.
Has there been a tournament game so far that's gone to? They did bait them to 16 cent, by the way. There's 2 infernals here. Has there been a tournament game yet in this tournament, a match where it's just gone to endless wave yet? Or have they all pretty much finished fairly quickly?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I think Drew was saying yesterday or something when I was talking to him that most games were finishing pre-20.
Yeah. People being more aggressive this tournament.
Yeah, like ending them on wave 13 and wave 16 and that.
6 raging.
ADT gets a good feed here.
As we talked, yeah, he's gonna hold everything. So that
Yep.
gives them more advantage in that sense.
The Infernals might get him for a little bit.
Oh, Seraphim died. Okay.
There's three Infernals there. That could be the only thing
Still
that
okay.
might.
Ah.
He's held enough though.
29.
He missed out on that Infernal by about 10 HP, by the way. That Infernal kill. Then on that carry. It did nothing to them though, and it took their send away. So now they're in the box position because they've got, between 3.5 and 3,000 crystals saved for a send, which the other team doesn't have now.
Oh, it'll be a tough game. Look at the value differences. The advantage from the east side.
Way more value.
Papiano has got nearly so much value as Ymave. Damn.
Papiano's, what's he like, 200? No, Papiano's got, well, he did have more value than Ymave for a second. He's 200 value less, 230 value less than the solo of the other team in a dual lane. Ymave hasn't built a Dark Mage for his Sarah, which is a mistake.
Well, it's not like anyone's expecting a level 17 cent after what just happened.
True.
The 15 and the 16 cents, so they're just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
They're wondering about 20. It will be a long game though. Gosh.
If either team sends 20, it's going to be a wasted send because both teams have got the Dark Priests, don't they? Dark Priest Riders. From memory. Massacreants. They won't send 20, so they're going to send 21, 25, or they're going to go 22, 25, or straight 24, depending on what style they play.
Wow though. Still so much crystal on SiopBnetRoll and Ymave. Hmm.
4.5, 5,000, 4.5. Yeah.
Very tricky.
You think they're going to do a 20 send, or they're saving for post 20? I don't think
Very,
they're going to
very
send this.
tricky. Because even if they
I don't
send
think-
20 for income, they still won't be ahead in value in any way.
No, so it's a pointless send. They might as well save for after 20 and go for a big send to kill them.
It's so hard. Maybe send 22 and save a bit for 25. Oh, but that's gonna hurt so much value-wise. Maybe a massive 22? But then that's so risky. They're committed.
Unless they're committed already. Unless they send now to get the income to build the value, there's no sending 20 or sending 22 makes no difference to their value. It's already damaged, so they may as well save it. Do you know what I mean?
And
Like
so
sending
many
20.
ends.
He's massing
But then,
slaves.
if the enemy holds
What's he
22, they'll have such a weakness onto level 25 because of their value. Whatever units they have, unless they roll into some lucky assault tanks with.
ADT sharing captains.
That's
and
nice.
a
That's nice.
and a doppelganger.
Throw champion with the captains. If they roll alongside the captains to like a heli. Ooh,
Why would he share a doppelganger?
that's weird, yeah. Did he actually share it? No way.
Yeah, it's near where the ents are. I'm pretty sure he shared it.
No, it's not shared. It doesn't revive.
You sure?
It's not, yeah. Or maybe. Unless I'm
Because with
blind.
doppelganger is one of those ones you can't tell whose unit it is because the picture doesn't have the color on it. It's just black.
It shows you the name of the... Oh no, it doesn't. Huh. Whatever. He has them in his row, so he hasn't shared them. Huh. Iiabos has got a few options for this team.
Maybe Siop made himself a doppelganger.
They're just so overpowered right now. You know, they could even send 20 for income and go 25 to secure themselves the advantage they have.
Siop made ADT a dragon aspect. Did you notice that?
Yeah, wow.
I just saw it because when the wave finished, it flew back to Siop. I thought that's a weird unit to be coming back.
That's nice of him.
More riders. Going to share a couple of riders. Have you done it already? You've already done it. You've already shared 2 riders. Can't share anymore. Sharing some ants. Ants are coming over. 2 ants.
Yeah,
And it doesn't look like. They're sending. They're sending 20.
Okay.
I'm not sure it works, but they're sending. It might work because it's such a big amount of.
I think that's the correct play actually, because then they want to be able to send 25 whatever happens.
All it means is by sending 20 means they can't send 21, they can't send 22, 24 is going to be...
They can send 25 and just make sure they hold the levels in between.
Yeah.
Because it sucks if you send 22 and then you give the enemy a free rage on 25 and you cannot even send well. Oh.
If you send 22 and it doesn't work, pretty much your next send's going to be 26.
Yeah.
Pro League by ADT.
Then likewise, since the value of Team East is so buffed up, they can even afford now to send 22 and still hold 25. And they've got Ents on iiabos anyway, it turns out.
Yeah, you've got Ents on Siop as well, who's sharing with ADT, so they've both got Ents on this side.
Still be able to hold with all these amazing units. Doomsday on Papiano with codes. They've got enough auras, I think. Just a troll champion though. But it's fine, they've got some heals and slows. And the uppers. Both of them have Ents. Papiano had it on the previous row. Right. Ascendant, nice. Dark Priests. Yeah, they're free from the risk. They can even Papiano's team and stuff. They can send 22 and still risk the enemy to hold. They'll be confident. But for Team West, that'll be that very difficult decision to make. To send 22 and afford the enemy to hold, because then 25 would be weak.
Where's Siop's hero? Dark Ranger. He's got a Dark Ranger.
Where is
Found it? It's directly behind his Sarah.
Oh yeah,
Dark Ranger.
Hidden in the shadow.
I couldn't see it because I'm not used to somebody building Dark Ranger, so I wasn't looking for that unit. I was looking for Archmage or Gorgon, because they're the most common.
I was looking for both really. All of them three.
Yeah.
Only iiabos searched to make sure with his Dark Priest. Even confidently didn't even up to Meridian. Cool.
Well, iiabos holds easier than if he surged.
Yeah. And Papiano with his offlane value on dual lane.
Yeah.
Even the surge was too much. But yeah, safety first. Oh, that was a nice income boost. Team West can sort of breathe a little bit more freely now. That's for sure.
There's still about 4,000, 5,000 value behind the other team in total team value.
Yeah. As we talked.
Which is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just going to build an Avery until the cows come home, I think. That's his plan by the looks of things. Just build riders until he can't build no more.
Not the greatest. Because for level 25 you don't need too many really. Because then they just sit with their spell, non-neutralized.
Yeah. People can get tricked into massing riders, but yeah, really, like, once you've got 30, that's probably, more than enough. Reroll and see if you can find Spectres or something different.
Yeah.
A different debuff.
For 24 it works.
Same with assault tanks. People
Huge wave.
get tricked into holding an assault tank roll for, way longer than they should because they want to keep them making assault tanks. And it's like, yeah, that's great, but you actually need a combination of debuffs and this and that, and the game's going to go long game. You need to have the debuffs and everything, and just building assault tanks, you're not going to hold.
Yeah.
But people think they will, and they just keep on building them for 17 waves.
Yeah, we've all tried it.
I mean, once you've got a dozen assault tanks, it's like reroll, buddy. Like, you got more than enough.
Or like, what if you have alongside that? Oh, the nice auras like a speed throw, captains, a heli, uppers.
I mean, look, different story if you're in dual lane and your teammate in dual lane's feeding you your debuffs and your auras, right? Then you can just sit there and keep on massing assault tanks and your hold because he's giving you all your support. But if you've got assault tanks and no support units in that role and you just want to mass assault tanks for 17 waves, good game, you're going to lose. You're not going to win. And I see people do it all the time. And you tell them to re-roll, and they're like, get stuffed. I'm not re-rolling. I'm going to keep on building assault tanks. It's like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Even though for level 17 it does work, you just need mass assault tanks and something else, like 1 or 2 hours maybe to be safe. 2 hours and you just hold everything.
Oh look, assault tanks are good for a lot of waves, but I'm talking late game. It's not gonna win you the game late game. Like assault tanks on what wave? I think the 23 they get screwed. 21 I think assault tanks will get screwed if it's big enough send.
They're super
25
OP.
if you don't have debuffs for 25, it doesn't matter what you've got.
Oh yeah, true, but that's with any unit really in the game.
Yeah.
Assault tanks are still super good because you can still kind of make it. If you mass assault tanks, we just sell a bit of variety. Not ideal, of course, but
I mean,
I think they should get nerfed even more, assault tanks, really.
Going back a few map versions ago, I remember I held every wave from wave 1 to wave 17 without leaking and carried, building just veterans and oracles. I just had all these donuts of veterans with oracles in the middle everywhere.
That just gives me a headache, Cray. As soon as I imagine it, it gives me a headache.
Yeah, and it held everything, including wave 17, and then it fell on its ass after that.
No way you held a send, a rage send on 17 with veterans.
100% oracled veterans were OP about, like four map versions ago.
Oh.
You try to do that now, and you're dead. It doesn't work anymore.
Did they get nerfed to something a while ago? I don't know.
I don't think they got nerfed. I think he increased the actual creeps, like the strength of the waves.
Oh yeah, 17 became harder.
Yeah, so the increase of the actual
ago,
wave makes it look like the units got nerfed when they haven't. It's just they're now no longer as strong versus the creeps because the creeps are stronger. That makes sense.
Yeah. Impressive.
It was pretty funny. I mean, I had that much healing going on. It was ridiculous. Like I had medicine men everywhere as well. So the veterans just pretty much weren't dying because they're taking less damage and they're getting healed constantly and they're doing their one-hit kills and they're just wiping out wave after wave. It was a very funny game. It was a fun build.
I guess it can.
One of those games.
Yeah.
You have a good game. You giggle, good laugh. Your teammates have a good laugh. It's an enjoyable game. But yeah, you try to do it now and you won't win. I've tried. It didn't work.
Veterans have just low HP and die so quickly. You gotta have so much over here to be able to handle a 17. With a unit that has like 1000 HP.
Their ability with that kill blow that they do, that one hit, the veterans, they used to do it anyway, I'm pretty sure they still do. It does like a shitload of damage if they hit that one hit. Yeah. As long as you have them oracled, which like basically kind of counters the fact that they don't have a lot of HP anyway, and you've got enough heal going to them, they get the chance to hit that one hit so many times, and you got enough of them, it just wiped waves out. I just did it one day because I was just interested to see if it would work. And my whole team was just laughing their ass off at what was happening. Like they were building and then they were just moving over to my side of the map and watching my wave play through because it was funny. And then I tried to do it, about 3 or 4 weeks ago and it was a
horrendous
cosmic fail. It doesn't work anymore.
Let's see if we're gonna see a 24 cent from the fish team. Team Fish? How should they call them? Fish.
I've got a feeling they might go for the 25, the big 25 cent, but
me too now. Yeah, they skipped 22. 22 would have been a logical send in that kind of sense. Send 22 for income, hold 25, but instead
they haven't started sending yet. So I'm assuming that they're sending big 25. Or if they're feeling really frisky, maybe they're going to go for that big 26 send and try to kill them before the endless starts.
No way. I don't see anyone sending 26 straight away.
I like sending 26, but you've got to be confident that you're not leaking 24 or 25 as a team. And if you know that you're holding 24 and 25 as a team, even if they send, then save it, go 26, big send 26, instant rage 26. It's game over before it even gets to endless. You'll kill their Sarahs. They're not going to hold. It's almost an instant win. But it's risky because you've got to get past 25 and 26, 24 and 25.
Well, Papiano's
Really
value
good.
is really good. Huh. They could afford to send 25 and even save some for 26.
I think ADT should be re-rolling, but that's just me. There's not really anything in that for him for 24 and 25.
He's got one roll left, poor him.
And 26, yeah, he needs to bite the bullet and take that last re-roll and pray for something handy.
Let's have a look.
Ymave's good. He's got Meridians, Oracles, Mercurials, Warlocks. Like, that's a good combination for 25.
Who?
Ymave.
I'm not even
He's
looking.
wrong.
Yeah. Well, he's leaking, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's a good
it's
combination
hard.
for 25.
Yeah, it's funky. Not enough DPS. He's got enough debuffs and a war of slaves, but not enough DPS. Not enough tanks.
They're running out of surges, these boys. They're not going to have it. They're only going to have one surge for 26 if it goes endless. Could be a
Yeah.
problem. What are these guys?
Scary
Surges.
value on the left. Very
They're the
scary
same
value.
with surges. They're both teams have got exactly the same amount of surges left. 1, 1, 2. They all surge 25. That leaves them with their solo lane having one surge left for wave 26 each team. If it gets to it. Yep, they're sending, by the way. Sending for
Yeah.
25.
Both teams sending in.
Both teams. Is it going to end on 25 links or are we going endless? What's your call on this one?
If we see rages, I think if we see rages, team left is gonna lose, unfortunately. The west side, they don't have enough value.
How many heals have each side got left? On their king?
Oh,
how
it
many heals?
says there on the bottom right. West has got 1 heal, East has got 2 heals.
Okay. I've taken his last reroll.
As well as ADT. You got some gnomes, nice. And some
What did
mutants.
he get?
ADT can
got-
hold now. Oh, and the heli.
Heli-
Nice.
Helicopter.
Okay, he might be a
Helicopter.
26 then. He may be a 26 then. Okay. Is ADT gonna have enough gold to build everything? He doesn't need the suit drake, I guess. No way. So just mutants and the centaur and some gnomes.
I mean, I'm assuming on the other side, Papiano's just massing riders at the moment. One roll left.
Oh, 10 leagues. This is so scary. Oh god, look at this sense.
Big in that. I think Papiano's team send's actually bigger than ADT's team send. Yeah, it is huge, much bigger.
Well, it is, yeah. I mean, they had like 15,000 crystal each.
Yeah, much bigger. I don't see this going past 25.
Oh my god, I think this is ending now.
Ymave's instant surged his Sarah at the start of the build process because he doesn't want to forget.
Easy hold for Papiano on Team East.
Reroll. Last reroll for Mave is of absolutely no use whatsoever. He's sitting there going, now what do I build?
One Drake to stack with his
Absolutely.
Drake.
useless.
Another Drake, bro. I don't know, but he's still leaking almost everything. Whatever he does.
Could build some alpha males and hope you get some nets happening, but that's about it. And he's surged now, so they've got he's surged.
Yeah,
They've all
6
surged,
surges he should be, yeah.
but they've got 2 surges left. They've got 1 surge left.
And iiabos could hold even though his position is awkward and he's spirits. Oh.
This send, look at this send, Linkz. Look at
Before
that
it
send.
goes away.
That is freaking
Insta
insane.
rated, of course, and yeah, I think it's GG.
They should almost raise it to 6 and pray that they can make them leak faster. I don't think it's going to save them, but I think it's game over regardless if they do nothing or if they raise to 6, they're still going to lose.
Edity holds, so Edity should hold. Is he going to be able to hold the rest of the... Oh, we see Siop is holding too, though. Alright, cool. No, he's not.
I don't think any of them hold this send.
Actually, what I was saying about Ymave, he's the one who's actually making it. Wow.
Yeah, but look at this backstab. He's getting backstabbed.
Actually, that wall worked out pretty well, didn't it? Nice, respect. Well played. Nice.
Very well done.
What did just happen? Impressive.
What have they got holding over there? Who's held for the other team? Pappy held and Maeve's held. So, yep, we're going endless.
Okay. Well done.
The other team's sending Pappy's, Siop's.
Sorry, didn't show the code. Ah, that would have been epic. Oh, he has Mercurios. I didn't even see he's got Mercurios. Man, I'm blind. There's so much text in the game.
So who had Mercurial, sorry? Why Maeve?
Ymave. I didn't notice.
Yeah. At the back he's got them. Spectres, Mercurials, Wraiths.
Oh, he's got so much slow actually.
And now,
Sweet.
Now he's building. Now he's just smashing some T-birds.
Naga, Drake. Yeah, he had enough slow.
So what else is he going to build out of that roll? Might as well spend your last 450 gold and up some more slaves there, mate. So, you got any to up?
And actually, surprisingly, Edity Ymave, they save so much for 26. So they sent a little bit, 25, and sent rest on the 26. But the iiabos' team send everything.
I think you've got 2 Surge Sarahs on Pappy's team versus 1 Surge Sarah on Siop's team for wave 26. For endless. So they are in better position with the extra Surge.
Dear.
Which can make a big difference. Big difference.
Yeah.
Mind you though, look at Siop and Maeve's team now. Look at the value now compared to them. Like they've caught them right up on value. They were way behind on value before.
Yeah, true.
The upside down lanes, ADT and iiabos almost basically the same value, 15 value difference.
Yeah, iiabos is there. They were sitting on
Why
low income for such a long time.
Maeve's got 3,000 more value than Fabi. Like, I think they've actually got more value, Siop's team now. And they were behind on value.
I think iiabos' Seraphim died, didn't it? Oh no. Oh no, he's there. Never mind. All Seraphims are alive for endless.
I can see one Sarah.
I clicked on them. We can tell from the value anyway, but iiabos seems like he might not be there, but I just clicked on it.
Yeah. They've got 2 Surge Sarahs down there compared to 1 Surge Sarah. Wave 29 will be the next send, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
pretty standard.
Saving a few hours. Not sure that's gonna do much.
Oh, Linkz.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday. Your birthday?
Oh god, yeah, I've got a birthday in 30 minutes. It's so late. Gosh, guys, you better finish that game fast.
Everyone better send Linkz a birthday present. He accepts cash via PayPal.
No, thank you, it's fine. I could have played on the final for my birthday, maybe. Made a few mistakes yesterday, I guess. So
Doesn't take much, really. I think Siop's team's got this. Look at the value holding compared to the other one. iiabos down to 19,000, Fabi down to 19,000. Look at Ymave still at 35,000 value.
Yeah,
holding strong.
Yeah, nice combination of units.
What a beast he is.
Team East is stuck in a way. They nearly got surrounded last wave.
Such a strong player.
It's the Doomsday. The Doomsdays are blocking all the units, including Seraphim. That was unfortunate. Really unfortunate.
Seraphim's run around the outside and got in now. On Pappy's side.
Right,
But they lost a lot of value with that block.
It's a GG. And look, we've got a demon coming up from the West team. No demon from the East team. Oh, there is one, actually. Cool.
Down to the wire. It's just Ymave holding strong.
Yep, it's GG. Look, Team East is gone. The two Seraphims are blocked. Everything is dead. Team Left is just flying for everything. And the new champions of Hellhalt, Siop, ADT, and Ymave. Forgive me. Congratulations. No, nice. So that's a 2-1 victory. Yeah, so many slows and heals on the left side. And many flying units. There was nothing really to get Seraphim stuck, like on the east side. Which is quite unlucky. Sometimes it's RNG. If they didn't get their units stuck on the Team East, they would have had a more slower death.
I think it's fitting that out of all the matches that were played in this tournament, it came down to the very last match to decide the winner went to Endless.
That's nice.
Shows you that obviously the two best teams made it into the final.
Yep, just like you said. That's a relief. Yeah, quite charismatic.
Oh.
Signature, endless game for the final.
Now you can enjoy your birthday.
Now I can enjoy my birthday. Thank you
What are you
everyone
doing
for
for
watching.
You got any plans?
Not yet. In a few days.
Girlfriend coming over?
Oh, I'm not dealing with girlfriends at the moment.
I heard you got a girlfriend, Linkz. A little birdie told me.
Let's not talk about that.
Well, have a good birthday, mate. Enjoy
Thank you,
yourself.
bro. Yeah, I'm gonna travel to some
later.
lakes like in a few days, but not now. Not now.
Go fishing or?
Fishing? No. Just to like a villa with some friends, and we're just gonna chill there.
Oh, nice.
For
Relax.
the night. Yeah, that's all. Nothing special. Don't want to do much really yet. I'm gonna wait for COVID a little bit more to see how it's gonna open up the world. Cause I don't like the festivals and stuff, but I want to go to like a party somewhere soon. But
As you start to get a bit older, as you start to get a bit older, you'll realize that it's not about where you are, it's more about who you're with, and if you've got the right people with you,
absolutely.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So,
the right people to be with, and I don't like going to packed places. Like it just.
nah. Especially not with how bad COVID is around the world. You don't want to be in crowds.
And with that, yeah, the event world really changed recently. Everything was just so busy all the time. I'm like, oh, well, at least now when it's gonna open up, it's not gonna be like that anymore. Should be more chilled out. But let's see in the next few months how things are gonna work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to keep it chilled for now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna jump back onto Hellhalt.
Oh, nice.
See who's around for a few games.
Cool stuff. All right, thanks for joining us. It was a pleasure commenting that game with you.
You sure you don't want to come and have a game against Long and Hong, Holy, and Shoei? I need some backup here.
Gosh, straight away. I could play, but like maybe, I don't know. I need to chill for 20 minutes and see what I want to do now.
Yeah.
Probably need to talk to some people.
Get your Zen focused.
Yeah.
Right. I'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy. Take care. Have a good night.
Right.
Congratulations to everybody else who was in the tournament. It was not too many teams in. The advertising wasn't too great this time. We didn't have 16 teams like we usually do.
Yeah, there wasn't as much publicity about it. I only heard about it really a week before the tournament started anyway, so about maybe 2 weeks before it started.
True, we still had some sick plays though, like 6 rages and everything, and now finally the endless. It was alright.
Yeah.
Next time even better.
And Mave showed why he is.
Yup.
Yeah.
Despite all the talks, he was the one who saved the team and saved the day.
Despite how many waves he leaked
during the whole tournament, all the 9 turns. Yeah.
When push came to shove, he was the one not leaking when it counted.
When everybody else thought he's gonna leak. Yeah, even I ignored him completely. I was like, yep, nah, he's not holding that. He held everything.
Yeah.
Yes, man, respect. Very inspiring indeed. That. Yeah. I definitely have a lot to learn now from what I saw.
Well, you should be teaching us. You're ranked #1, aren't you?
I mean, just me sitting here taking notes from Ymave. Absolutely.
And meanwhile, I've been taking my notes off of Inavashi, and that's why I've got problems.
Oh, boy.
All right.
All right, man. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye.